He's one of the most unique and interesting characters that I have ever met. He is more than a magician. He's actually a miracle worker in the truest sense of the word, and you're going to see why. You'll be amazed by what he does. He had humble beginnings as a dealer in Atlantic City. Now, that's a card dealer, by the way. But over the years, he has become a leading authority in card cheating for the past, more than 26 years or so. Now, he has spent his time by exposing the swindles and the scams and the cons, and he protects the casinos against the people that would cheat them or steal from them. And he's got such great stories and some amazing things to show you about that kind of world. You may have seen him on television on the Travel Channel on a show called Game On America, or perhaps on National Geographic where he appeared on Casino Wars. Please welcome Sal Piacente.
Dan. Thank you, Dan. Wow, thank you. After that introduction, I'd rather be out there watching myself. But welcome, everybody. My name is Sal Piacente. They call me the Hitman because of my killer skills. And what you're going to see tonight is not your regular magic show. I don't consider myself a magician. I do consider myself an entertainer. What I do for a living is I lecture to casinos and universities all over the world. Just got back from Singapore, spent a lot of time in Macau, Australia, New Zealand, where I lecture to casinos, as well as Vegas. But tonight's a very special show. I'll show you why. If we just look up once at the screen, you're going to see the name of the show is Rain Man. And there's a reason why I did that. Now, a lot of you look very young. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but I have a very intimate relationship with that movie. For an example, why this show tonight is more special to me than other. If we go to the next screen, you're going to see today marks the anniversary, or this week marks the anniversary, the 30th anniversary of that movie. And if you look at it right there in the middle, that is the real Rain Man. That is Kim Peek and myself, and that's the Oscar with the movie. And I'll tell you how I got into my relationship with him. But this all started when I was 12 years old. When I was in New York City, born in Brooklyn, my father's with the FBI. They picked him up last week. That was a joke. But my father showed me a scam. If we go to the next screen, everyone's familiar with the three-card Monte scam. My father showed that to me. Being from New York, that was very big in the streets. A lot of people getting robbed with it. And he said, son, you're going to see this. Stay away. And he showed it to me. A week later, I'm in the schoolyard doing it and getting the lunch money. So, yeah, but that is the beginning of my whole career. And then, on the next slide, when I was 13, we went to Las Vegas because we were thinking of moving there. And when I landed in Vegas, well, I realized, wow, this is going to be my life. I love the casinos. I love the atmosphere. Of course, I was very young. So I went back home. I waited. I would join the Marine Corps when I was 17. After the Marine Corps, got out, honorable discharge. I waited until I was 21, and on the next screen, you're going to see that's me dealing blackjack in the casinos. I turned 21 in blackjack school with a very, very strong interest still in cheating. I have never cheated. There's a lot of rumors out there. People see what I could do. They come up to their own conclusions. I have never cheated. I have played. I use other techniques for my advantage, but never physically cheated. However, I do know people, and you're going to see in a little while I'm very capable. And then how my whole interest got started was on the next screen. This is what started it all. This right here, you're going to see a clip. This is from a big scam that happened back in the 80s. That's a blackjack table. Do you see that guy writing the information down? Yeah, he's writing down the order of the cards as the dealer's going to pick them up. The dealer has a procedure where he must pick them up in a certain order. So if there's a dispute, they could reback the cards up and play it out and see if there was anything wrong. So the dealer must pick them up in a certain order. Well, what happened there was the guy was writing down the order of the cards. Then the dealer did a false shuffle. And I'm going to expose a lot of that. All a false shuffle is it's going to appear that the dealer mixes the cards, but he keeps the cards in the same order. I'll demonstrate it. I'll tip it. I'm going to show it to you. I have no problem with that. But then I said to myself, wow, if they didn't write that information down, then there'd be no evidence on this if the deal is good. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show the shuffle. The shuffle was not very good, so that would have done them in anyhow. But if the shuffle was really good, it was writing the cards down that did them in. So then I said to myself, Why don't they memorize the cards? But is that possible? Enter the next slide. This is from the Macau Times. If you look right there, it says a dealer admitted he was invited to participate in a scam. He was taken to a unit where he was trained on how to remember the sequence of 10 cards. Well, now I realize, wow, just knowing 10 cards, look what netted that dealer. On the bottom, that dealer had $600,000 in his bank account when they caught him. And the only reason they caught him, his roommate turned him in. That's the only reason why they caught him. And all he did was memorize 10 cards. And I'm going to demonstrate that. But now I know it is possible to memorize the cards. Then if we go to the next slide, and I have some of these here. These are some of the devices that they use to count cards or to track cards in a game of blackjack. And I have them here. I'll demonstrate them later. I'll show them to you. They're highly illegal. Just to get caught with them in Vegas, you do 10 years. But I know someone who trained me, and they developed a count system that would do exactly what those computers can do. And that is how I got my reputation in the magic world, from this one routine that duplicates what those computers could do. So I go home and I'm practicing, and I show my wife the count. She looks at me and she says, my God, that's right out of the movie Rain Man. I've never seen the movie. So I went back to watch the movie, and there's Tom Cruise turning the cards over, and he says to Dustin Hoffman, his brother, Raymond, what's left? And he says 2 9s, 3 8s, 1 7. Matter of fact, if we go to the next clip, excuse me, those are the clips from the movie. And now, when I saw that clip and I heard this movie, now I'm a big fan of the movie. But does such a man really exist? I looked him up, and his name was Kim Peek. That movie was a composite of several savants. However, Kim Peek is the main savant. Kim Peek is a mega savant. Most savants are authorities on 1 or 2 topics. He was an authority on over 18. And I mean, I could tell you stories about him that you just wouldn't believe. There's a great documentary called The Real Rain Man. Highly recommend you watching it. But now, when I said, I got to meet this man. So I found out he lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. He spends a lot of time at the library. This is not from the movie. Believe me, that movie was not this man's life story. It was never in a home. That didn't take place. However, his skills were real. When Dustin Hoffman met him, Dustin Hoffman said to Kim Peek, wow, I can't even pretend to do what you could do for real. So I called my wife and I said, when I come back over to Salt Lake, I'm staying here until I meet this man. I hung up the phone. He walked on my plane. And wow, what a friendship that began from that day. And I spoke with him every day. That's him right there. That's the Oscar from the movie. And I spoke with him every day until the day he died, December 19, 2009. But every time I left him, I said, wow, is it possible to do this? And then if we go to the next scene, that is Barry Morrow. That's the writer of the movie Rain Man, another dear friend who, if it wasn't for him, nobody would have ever heard of the savant syndrome. Nobody would. This is the first time autism was put out into the public as well from that movie. Then we go to the next screen, and that's Dr. Daryl Treffert. He is the leading authority on savants. And if we go to the next screen, right there, it says right there is a little bit savant in all of us. He believes that we all have this capability. We just haven't tapped into it yet. And I'm going to do a lot of demonstrations for you today that will give you the experience of meeting some of these people. Then if we go to the next clip, that is where I did my television show, Game On America. That had nothing to do, one episode had to do with casinos, but really that was all about carnival games, street hustles, and it was all about bar bets and how to beat them. It was 13 episodes on the Travel Channel. And if we go to the next show, now we'll get on with the show. But now we talked about my interest, started with 3-card Monte. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you. A lot of you probably seen this game. Have you seen this game? Would you step up? Okay, you wouldn't volunteer. You want to help me for a second too, please? Here's how the game is played. 2 red cards and a black. Now, I can't do this with everybody, so I'll do it with you first. You ready, ma'am? Watch this. I'm going to mix the cards up. You got to find the black card. Simple little game. There it is right there. Keep your eye on the black card. Where's the black card? You sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll do it again for you. Watch. Keep your eye on the card. See, you should have bet right there. Keep your eye on it right there. Where is it now? Right there for $20?
Yes.
See, you're not watching the game. Here, I'll do it again for you. Watch one more time. Look, there it is right there. Where is it? In the middle? Nah, you're not watching. I bet you knew where it was. Here, we'll do it again right there. So she owes me 20. So keep your eye on the black card. You ready? Where's the black card? You sure? Would you bet on it? How much? You should have bet. You should have put the money up. Here, watch. Keep your eye on it. You ready? It's right there. Right here. So where is it? Where would you bet? And you'd win again. So now if the money's on the table, keep your eye on it. It's still here. Where is it? And that's when you're watching the game. Here, we'll do it one more time. Watch. Keep your eye on it right there. Remember, that's the B, that's the honey, and that's the card that wins the money. Keep right on the queen. If you pick any one of the reds, you're going to lose. So the queen is still here. Where's the queen? Not watching the game. Here, we'll do it one more time. Watch. You ready? This time, keep right on the queen. I dropped one card. You ready? We'll do it one more time. For you. You ready? There it is right there. Where is it?
Right there.
Ooh. I don't laugh when I win. I don't cry when I lose. Here, we'll try it again. You ready? Keep right on it. I'll do it real slow for you. There's the queen. There's the queen. So keep right on it. It's still here. Where's the queen? That's why I got your money too. Thank you. Thank you very much. And what is your name? What is it? Cam. Thank you, Camden. See, thank you very much, everyone. That's the 3-card Monty. And that's what started me off, everyone. By the way, Camden, thank you very much. An applause for Camden over here. And another really big applause for my wife. That's my wife, Dee. And I always tip this. Why? Because, please, if you see this, stay away. We were just in Paris, and we just saw a couple screaming, crying their eyes out. They got robbed for every penny with the 3-shell game. And it's a shame. This is a real scam. Stay away. You can't win. Even if you know the scam, you can't win. Simple little, real quick in a nutshell, here it is. When I show you the 2 4s and the queen, when I throw the queen down, I don't. I throw down the top card. Then if I want to show this, the black card, I would do this. I'd say, here, watch. The B, the honey, that's the card that wins the money. Keep your eye on it. It's really here. Then when I pick this up, I show you the red and then the red again. So you think it's there, but it's not. Then later on, when I accidentally dropped the card and my wife reached over and bent that corner, then when she wins, you think you're going to get it. As I came over to show you the queen, I'm bending this corner right now with this finger, but you can't see it. Then I show you the queen, I throw down the 4. You think it's the queen because the finger's bent at the exact same time that finger straightens that corner out. That's how it's done. And if this was for real, and you did bet on the right card, she would come down with a bigger bet on the wrong card. And then I would take her money and we'll just force you out of the game. There's no Mexican turnovers. Believe me, if you get the right card, they're going to sort of force you out, and that's the end of it. So that's the 3-card Monty, and that's what got me started. Now, I need 2 more volunteers to sit right here for me. Please. Sarah, please. What is your name, ma'am?
Tina. Hi.
Tina. Sal?
Hi, Sal.
Nick. Tina and Nick. Pleasure. Applause for Tina and Nick. And let's do this. Here's a deck of cards. If I memorize the top 5 cards, and I memorize the middle 5 cards, if I told you, give them a shuffle, when you break them in half, as long as you break them anywhere near the middle and give them a riffle, you know what you're doing? You're putting one known sequence into another known sequence. So after a legitimate shuffle, I could tell you the top 8 cards. Here. Jack, King, Jack 10, King, Ace, 8, 3, 4, 5, 3, 8, Ace, King 10, Jack 6, 9. So let's do this. Nick, give them a shuffle for me.
Yes.
Perfect. Now I can tell you the top 8 cards. Nick, shuffle those up. Tina, shuffle those up. Let me just see them for 1 second. I know 8 of them. Now we got the other 5. Shuffle them again. Maybe the cards are marked. They're not. Maybe you think they're marked. So, Nick, do me a favor. After you shuffle them, take the cards out of view. Remove 1 card. Hand me the remaining. Let's say, I'm going to say you took out the 3.
Yeah.
You can turn it over. It's a 3. Tina, let me see yours for a second. Okay, shuffle them up. You can shuffle this whole half a deck. I don't have to see them anymore because I saw those and I saw those. I know what's there. Then do me a favor, take out 2 cards. Take out a blackjack hand, just randomly from different positions. You can take them out of view. And let me just see these for a second. You took out a soft, no, wait a minute, no you didn't. Wow, took out a blackjack with the ace and the king. You can turn it over. It's an ace and a king. Now, take out 5 cards. Take out a poker hand. I don't have to look at the others because we saw these. We know what's left. And you have your poker hand? As I call them, you could just throw them out. So throw out 1 ace. And then you have 1 deuce, no 3s. You can't have a 4 there because the 4 of clubs been played, the 4 of diamonds is there, so you can't have any 4s at all. But I am going to go with 1 5.
No.
Oh, it's hidden. You're absolutely right. You're right, Nick. You're absolutely right. You know what you have. Okay, hang on. No more mistakes. No 6s. Definitely throw out 1 7. And then you have the, oh God, the 8 of spades, no, the 8 of spades is played. That was second from bottom here, if I remember correctly. Yes, I know you can't have the 8s. Well, then you do have no 9s. 9 of diamonds is the 5th card there. You don't have any 9s either. So now we have, throw out 1 jack. No jacks. I'm sorry, no jacks, but you do have a pair of queens. Thank you. And Nick, thank you. Tina, thank you. Now, from a shuffle deck, I remember where the cards that I want are, so watch this. This is exactly how they shuffle in a casino, or they would give it boxes, strips. So if I want to find cards, make sure, are there any aces on the bottom? If there is, I'll reshuffle. And if there's any aces on top, I'll reshuffle. Okay. So let's find 1 ace for you. The next ace will be right about there. And we need 1 more. Right there. Now, thank you. It's one thing to find them, but when you shuffle, you got to know how to stack them. For example, here go my aces on top. Let's play 5-handed. So when I shuffle these cards, now they're set. Now they're stacked already. So when I deal these out, 1, 2, 3, 4, my partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, my partner. Here's the burn card. This will be your flop, and then my partner has nut hand. Please, shuffle this up for me. Just give me a good mix for me. Yeah, please, till you're happy to mix. Perfect. Just by watching him, I can tell you right now I have an advantage. The 4 of hearts, the 6 of hearts, and the jack of diamonds will not come into play just by watching him shuffle. If you want to have an advantage over most players, just watch when they shuffle the exposed cards. 4 of hearts, 6 of hearts, and the jack of diamonds. There's your 4 of hearts. There's your jack of diamonds, and the 6 of hearts will be right near the bottom too. So if I just watch them shuffle, believe me, a lot of times when they shuffle, they'll expose cards here. When they shuffle, if they do a shuffle like this, now you're exposing 2 cards. So if you want to get an advantage in a game, just pay attention. But now let me stack a real hand for you. Something very realistic from a shuffle deck. I don't want the 3, so let's lose the 3. Okay, now I got a pair of 10s coming. So right here on top, will be a pair of 10s. And it could be any pair. If we want to go to a lower pair, that's 1 5, and we'll just do one last pair. That's another 5. So I'll have 2 5s coming up. 5, 6, here's your 5. And all I'm doing is, as I'm shuffling, I'm looking at them. So I saw 1, 2. There's another 2. But on top of them is a high card, a 9, and a high card. So here's your high card. This is your 9. This will be another high card. And then my pair of deuces. Now we'll do this. I need one more person to help me. Want to help me?
Sure.
What is your name?
Amy.
Amy, thank you, Amy. Big hand for Amy. Amy, shuffle this back up. Amy, you can do this, do whatever you want. Just give it a good mix for me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Okay.
And just slide out one card.
All right.
Okay? And we're going to do this now. Watch this. I don't know what that card is, but watch this. Amy, what card did you take out? What value? You can turn it over.
Okay. It's an 8.
Pick up the deck, please.
All right.
Count 16 from the top. Yeah, 16. That's it. 16th card right there. Go ahead, you can turn it over. It's the 8. And now count down 14 and 15. So the 2 8s will be in the 14th and 15th position right now. And then the next one, too. Thank you. Well, hang on, keep it down. I need one more person to come up and help me. Sit here. We're gonna play bridge. Oh, please. What is your name?
Marta.
What is it?
Marta.
Marta. Sal. Thank you. A hand for Marta. And Marta, you can shuffle them up for me. Does anybody here play bridge? Okay, no problem. But when most magicians who don't play bridge do a bridge demonstration, the final effect is the grand slam. The grand slam is the ace to king in the same suit. That's not realistic. In a realistic bridge demonstration, this is how a realistic bridge demonstration would go. So, here we go. That's it. So now, you would do a false shuffle. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like these cards are being mixed. They're not. When you give them a riffle, it looks like they're being pushed in. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep those memorized cards where I want them. So now when I deal them out, I'm going to know exactly what everybody has. And this will be done from the previous round. And here's what was going to happen. This will be your hand. This will be your hand. Now, before we do anything, point to someone here. Point it. You sure? You're going to keep your hand as is.
Okay.
Martha, you're going to pick up your hand. You're going to look through them and just sort them out in suits, but leave yours just the way they are. In suits. Put the spades together, the hearts together, the diamonds. That's the way a bridge player would do it. The better bridge players and the better gin players won't do anything. They'll play their hand as is. Because when Stu Unger or one of those professional gin players, don't sort yours out. Leave yours just as is. Did you turn them around already?
I did.
That's okay. I'm sure I'll still get a lot of them right. I'm not worried. But in bridge, this is called a dummy hand.
Okay.
So watch this. Name a suit. Hearts. Okay. The ace of hearts. That's right. Here's a two of hearts. So we would have led with hearts. Here's your three of hearts. You have the four of hearts, and it's right next to the two of clubs, as a matter of fact, and the four of spades. But I'll take the four of hearts, please.
Okay.
Well, you have the five of hearts. Here's the six of hearts. I'll take the seven of hearts, please. Here's the eight. You have the nine as well. You have the 10. It's right next to the king. Here's the 10, the jack, the queen, and I'll take the king, please. Which suit do you want next? Diamonds. Here's the ace of diamonds, the two of diamonds, the three of diamonds, the four of diamonds, the five of diamonds. Well, I'll take the six of diamonds, please. Here's the seven. I'll take the eight of diamonds. It was right next to the king of clubs. Here's the eight of diamonds, the nine, the 10, the jack. I'll take the queen, and you have the king. Now, which one do you want? Spades or clubs? Spades. You ready? I'll take the ace of spades, please. Here's the ace of spades, the two of spades. I'll take the three of spades. You have the four of spades. You have the five of spades. Here's the three, the four. I'll take the five. The dummy has the six and the seven. Here's the eight, the nine, the 10. I'll take the jack, please. I have the queen. You have the king. And then the next one we have is spades. You have the ace of clubs. You have the two of clubs. You have the three of clubs, too. Here's the ace of clubs, the two of clubs, the three of clubs. The four of clubs is the end card. It was the first one that was dealt to you. I'll take the five of clubs, please. Here's the six, the seven. I'll take the eight. You have the nine, the 10, and then you have the jack, the queen, and the king. That is a bridge demonstration. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is how a trained member would help you with a bridge demonstration, to know exactly who's holding what. So then we're going to take it up a notch, and now we're going to do this. And I just need a recorder for me. Kelly? Just write down what I'm writing down. I'm going to point around the room. As I point around the room, please name any kind of item. Cat, car, ball, glass, tree, monkey, hose. Just name something. Name anything.
Banana.
Banana. So number one is banana. Book. Anybody else?
Cigar.
Cigar. Tiger.
Parachute.
Parachute.
Can it be a series of numbers?
We're going to do that next. We're going to do a whole string of numbers for you next, but it can be, yes. And I'm going to do that next for you, I promise. Matter of fact, just for that, saying that, I'm going to go up harder and we'll do a different set of numbers that is very difficult to memorize. I'll show you. Anybody else?
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower. Lollipop. Boomerang.
Fire.
Fire.
Train.
Train. 11 will be seashell. Excuse me? What was it? My ear is.
Stud.
Sod? Scarf. Scarf. Well, what did she say? Spell it. Star. Star. My star. It's not as impressive. I start putting my own items down. Grass? Giraffe. No, I'm kidding. Grass. Anything. Phone? Phone. What did he say?
Package.
Package.
Highball glass.
Highball glass? I don't know what that is, but I'm going to put it down. Bike? Cavity? Cavity. I wish I was a psychologist more than a memory guy.
Jupiter.
What would you say? Taxi?
Cactus.
Cactus and?
Jupiter.
Jupiter. We'll do just a couple more. We'll do a quarter of 100. If you want to do more than that, we can do 50, 100, 1,000. This is literally endless.
Wonton.
What? A wonton? Like a soup? Sure, wonton. Hippopotamus. TV? Ohio.
Pixel.
Pixel? Do you want to keep going or you want to stop there? Totally up to you. Okay. Now you said a number. All I want to ask is, when you go into a memory competition, believe it or not, this is going to sound silly, but to memorize a binary number is a lot harder than to memorize a base 10 number. If I gave you the number 3781-693-7206-284-8527, and then I gave you 1100-1100-110011, believe me, the binary is a lot harder to remember than a base 10 number. It's too repetitive. So let's do this. Name a three-digit, let's get prepared for this. I want to go around, I want you to name a three-digit binary number, like 110011. If anyone doesn't know what a binary number is, it's just a number of zeros and ones only. So you just have what order you want them in. So name a three-digit binary number.
001.
Kelly, you got that? 001? Okay. 100. Anybody?
111.
111.
101.
101. 111. 011. 010. And three more. 110. Okay. Now, I need one more person to help me. Come up and help me for 1 second. Oh, you're being pointed out by her. You got to come up now. What is your name, sir?
Ashland.
Ashland, thank you so much. Hand for Ashland. Shuffle that deck up for me. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to, we'll do it this way. How are you naming cards?
What's that?
Just name the cards for me. If you want to just name the values, we'll just do values. You want to do suits, that's up to you. But you can just say 4, Jack, 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
4, 2, Queen, Ace, 7,
Go ahead.
10, 6, 10, 3, Jack, Ace, King, 7, 5, 2, 9, King, 8, Ace, 6, Queen, 7, 10, 4, 9, 3, 9, 8, 2, 8, 5, King, 7, 2, 6.
2, 6? Was that a 2, 6, Jack?
Yep.
2, 6, Jack, got it.
5, Queen, 10, Queen, 9, Jack, 4, 6, 3, 5, 8, Ace, King, Jack.
6, 3, 5, 8, ace, king, jack, 4. Okay. You named every value except the 3. Might have been the 3 of clubs. I'm not sure, but there's got to be a 3 here. Thank you. And now I'm going to look at these real quick. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Okay. So, that's that done already. That's more than half of the list done already. Okay. Got it. 14, that was the phone. Okay. And then we have a couple more. So that's that list. Let me just look at this for 1 second. Got it. So, hang on. We got it. Name it. Now, most people do this. They make a story, or they'll do the loci. They'll say you got to go around here, and they'll hang objects. But very rarely can you find someone, you name a number, they'll tell it back to you. For example, name a number 1 to 25. 16. 16 is highball glass. Anybody else want to name a number or an item? 7? 7 was lollipop. 11 is seashells. Anybody else want to name a number?
26.
We didn't do 26, we did 25. That was pixel. 13 is grass. Anybody else? 011. We'll get to that first. I'll tell you exactly where that fell in that number. But if you want the binary number, the binary number is, you ready? 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Correct? And now, if you look at that list, I'm going to tell you everything we didn't name. You ready? So look at that list. We didn't say 1, that was banana. We didn't say 2, book. We didn't say 3 to cigar. We didn't say 4, tiger. We didn't say 5. That was a parachute. Look at number 6 on that list. That was lawnmower. We didn't say that. We did say 7, the lollipop. 8 was the boomerang. We didn't say that. 9 was fire. We didn't say that one. If we go to number 10, that was train. We didn't say that. 11 was seashells. We did call that one off. 12 was the star. We didn't say that. 13 was the grass. We did say that. 14 is phone. We didn't say that one. 15 is a package. We didn't say that. Highball glass. That was number 16. We did say that one. If we go to number 17 on that list, that was bike. We didn't say that. We didn't say cavity. 19 is cactus and Jupiter for number 20. We didn't say either one of those. 21 is the wonton. We didn't say that. 22 was the hippopotamus. We didn't say that. We didn't say television. 24 is Ohio. And 25 was pixel. We didn't say that one either. Is that correct? Thank you. Thank you. And it's not like I got to say, hurry up. I could tell you this list an hour from now. I could tell you tomorrow. I can retain this for as long as I need to know. For example, is that true?
Yes.
We did a list, and then a year later, 2 years later, he held onto the list, and he says, what was number 14? And I said, 14 was microwave.
Yeah.
So it's up to me for how long I want to hold it. Now, another ability these savants have when you meet them is telling them, and it's amazing because I can explain how I do everything. With these savants, when you meet them, they can't explain it. When you say, I would say, Kim, how do you do that? All he says is, I see it. But one trademark or one feat that a lot of these savants have in common is the birthdays, what they could do. For example, if you don't mind me asking, Jim, when is your birthday? What month?
May.
May what?
13.
If you don't mind me asking, what year?
63.
63. That was a Monday. When you turn 100, that's going to be on a Sunday. But you can look it up. You were born on a Monday. Does anybody else know what day they were born on, or want to know what day they were born on? July 9th? That's my birthday. Really, that's serious. Yeah. That's a coincidence. 1993? Yeah. That was a Wednesday. You can look it up. Yeah. November 17th, 98. That was a Tuesday. Yeah.
4/20,
Hang on, 4. That was what? March? No. April. April what? 20th. 88. Wednesday. Correct? Yeah. Anybody else? Any century? Yes.
July 21st, 63.
July 28th, 63. That was a Sunday as well.
June 12, 1981.
June 12th, 81. Friday. Yeah.
July 24th, 1991.
That was a Wednesday.
Nick's birthday is tomorrow, and he'll be 22.
Oh, I don't even know what today's date is, to be honest. I don't even know what today's date is. We just have a plane, but hang on one second. December 18th. So hang on, December 18th, 1996. Tomorrow, oh, I'm thinking today. You're right, performing today. So December 19th, 93. Correct? 96. That was a Thursday. You can look it up. You see I'm right, if you don't remember. Anybody else?
March 26,
Oh, if you take it out your phone, we'll go to your calculator a second.
March 26, 1958.
58. That was a Wednesday as well.
October 20th, 95.
October 20, 1995. That was a Friday. Correct? Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. February? January 8th, 2013? Tuesday. Now, since you says how you take out your phone, we'll do this then. If anybody wants to take out their cell phone, go to your calculator. I'll show you another talent that these savants could do. When I met one savant, one of their abilities was cubing. And it was amazing how they could do this. Now, we're not going to mess around with squaring. Squaring is way too simple. Well, it is. I'll give you an example. Let's put in a high number. Here, put in name 97. Go 97 times 97, but don't hit equal. You ready? 97 plus what is 100? 3. Subtract 3 from 97, and what do you get? 94. So 94 is your base number, 9400. Square 3, you get 9. So if you hit equals, you're looking at 9409. That's how it's done. So if someone said real quick, 98 squared, you go 9604. And that would be 98 squared. That's why I don't mess around with squaring. Well, there's keys to it. For example, let's suppose you went down to 37. All right, 37. Just go 37 times 37. How do I figure that one out? I go to 25. 37 is 12 away from 25, so 1200 is my base number. I subtract 12 from 25, I get 13. I square 13. 13 times 13 is 169. I add that to the 1200, and now I got 1369. So even with equals, you're looking at 1369. So there are keys for this. Now we're going to take it up a notch, though. Let's suppose I wanted to go 37 cubed. How do I do that one? Here's how I do it. I'm going to explain to you. And then after this, I'm just going to go right into the demonstration. So that way, we can skip all the explanations. But if I want to go 37 cubed, we know 37 squared is 1369, correct? Well, what's 1369 times 37? I don't know. But go 1369 times 40. Do you have that? And you know what that answer is? I don't know either. So you know what I do? I go 1369 times 4, add a 0 to it. So you're looking at 54,760, correct? Now, hit clear. I went 37 times 40. I went 1369 times 40. I got to go 1369 times 37, correct? So I go 1369 times 3. Go 1369 times 3, and you look at what? 4,107? Now hit clear. Put 54,760 minus 4,107. And when you hit equal, now you'll have 37 times 37 times 37. You should be looking at 50,653. So that's how I did it. Now watch this. Hit clear, and we're going to do this. Name a two-digit number. 64. Go 64 times 64 times 64, and you're looking at 262,144.
No, man.
Yeah. Anybody else? Name a two-digit number. Two-digit number? 89. Go 89 times 89 times 89. You're looking at Oh, hang on one second. 704,969. Anybody else? Two-digit number? 73. 73 cubed is 389,017. Someone said pi. Okay, now that's different. Because, yeah, well, you're looking at a different ball game. Who can get online here with the computer? I won't waste time on this. But anybody get online? Go online, go to search engine, and name a number from 1 to 1,000, divided by 50.
I want service.
You don't? Anybody have service? You do? Look up pi. Name a number first. Let's divide by 50 from 1 to 1,000. We'll go small. 1 to 300. Divide by 50. 250? Okay. Put in the first 250 digits of pi. As she's doing that, I could train a child how to memorize anything as soon as the teacher says it without studying. I could do 4 hours of studying in 10 minutes and retain it longer than by doing rote memory. Do you have it? You ready? 3.14-159-26-539-793-288-41-971-693-9937510. That's the first 50. Now you want to go next 50? We're going to go with 5097 7510 58 2097 right 494 45 92307 816 4062 8620 899862 803 4825 342 117 0679. You want the other 50s? Then I did a lecture at a college, and I asked the professor, who I know at the university, do me a favor, send me something that relates to the students. So what did he do? He sends me a textbook. I said, that's great, 638 page textbook. I said to him, what chapters do you use? He said, we use all of them. I said, this is great. It took me 2 weeks. I memorized the entire book. So when I did that lecture, I said, what do you want? Well, name a page number. And they said page 238. I said, oh, that is the Renaissance. You're going to see a picture of the Prince written by Machiavelli, and I would go into great detail. Well, to show you a slight demonstration of that, we'll just pass these around. A recent Newsweek magazine. All I want you to do is open up. You can pass them back there. Just open up to a page number. And I'll just tell you one thing on that page. What page are you looking at? 17. 17 and 16. That's one of the major features. That's called block party. It goes on page 16 and 17. What page number are you looking at? 11? 11. 1 second let me think about that for 1 second. 11 is Tony from the block. And then it goes to page 10. You see a picture of Trump's ex-communication director, Tony Scaramucci. What page are you looking at? 19. Page 19, you see a picture of a Bitcoin. That's all. And then if you go to page 18, right next to that, that is the chief of the disruptor. You see a picture of Lubin. Anybody else? You can pass around to a page. Excuse me? 37. That is out of the past. You see a picture of a Mongolian herder right there. And then if you look at page 36, you're looking at 9 pictures on that page. The first picture you're looking at is, now let me turn away from the camera, because maybe you think I'm looking at it. The first picture is the Gangnan Monastery. Then you see a picture of a train stop. After the train stop, you're going to see a picture of a man shearing sheep. Then you see technology creeping in. Then you see a picture of a herder. Then you're going to see a picture of display of food. Then after the display of food, we're going to see a hunter. Then we're going to see a bird flying over an open roof. And the last picture is a gravel road. Anybody else? We'll do 1 or 2 more. 48. Okay, let me think about it for 1 second. 48 is Once Upon a Time in the West. But if you look at page 48, there's 4 pictures on that page. The first, am I correct so far? Oh, well, wait, no, you're right. That's page 46 to 47. That's the movie from Red Dead Redemption. 48 is, Jonah Hill. The verse of Jonah Hill. And then on 49 next to that is the upcoming special on Newsweek about legalizing marijuana. It says weed. Any other?
40 and 41.
40 and 41. There are numbers on that page. The first number is, well, it's all about the Beatles. If you wonder what's on page 40, you're going to see 16 songs, 9.5 million copies. Then you're going to see 155 weeks, 3 guitarists. And then you're going to see 15 refrains, 102 takes. And then there are 3 credits. Anybody else? What's that? 24. All you see right there is about Google, power to the people. And then 25, you see a picture, and the caption on that picture is platform divers, and you see a picture of Masters there. And then below that, you see a picture of, the IBM headquarters. That's correct. Consent, the IBM headquarters on Madison Avenue, New York City. Anybody else?
What was that number 10 on that sheet again?
10 on that was train. I can tell you every card that was taken. I can tell you the 3 clubs they removed. I can tell you the cards that were taken out before, the sequence of the cards, the lists, the binary numbers, everything was retained. Now, if you want to talk about numbers, everyone does Sudoku. So let's do this. This is a number puzzle. If I ask you to write the numbers in here from 1 to 9, you have to make each row equal 15. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll be 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and 15. That's a 3 by 3. That's a very easy one to do. However, if you take it up a notch, now you have a 4 by 4. There are literally thousands of combinations. The smallest square we can make is 34. Anything below that's going to involve fractions. Being the small boxes, again, we'll work with 2-digit numbers. You notice I don't work with 3-digit numbers. I'll explain why. Who has their phone back out again? Did you go to your calculator? Put in a high number. Put in, 845. It doesn't matter. Good? Here's why I don't deal with 3-digit numbers. Because you're going to start dealing with scientific notation. Go 845 times 845. First of all, I didn't explain this before. When you square a number with two digits, let's suppose you had 25 squared. The answer will always end in 25. All I do is multiply 1 higher, so you'll have 625. That's how I do that. He has 845. The answer is going to end in 25. So all I did was, I took the 84, times it by 85, and I added 25. So hit equals. 845 squared, you're looking at 714,025. Hang on, hit equals again. Now you're looking at 603,351,125. 845 times 845 is 714,025. And if you hit equals again, you just cubed it. So now you should be looking at, hang on, am I correct? 603,351,125. Just equals again. Do you have a full number or are you in scientific notation? You have a full number? 509 trillion, 831. So it'll be 831,700,625. Hit equals again. Now you're in scientific notation? You still got a number? Oh, okay, hang on. If you still got a number, go on the side, you still got a number. Then you're looking at 430 trillion. 807 billion, 707,028,125. Hit equals again, and you better be in scientific notation. Now you're looking at what, 3.64032? Yeah, that's why when you start dealing with 3 digits, you start going to scientific notation after a while. So, I mean, you can still do it. But now we're just going to deal with 2 digits. Name a 2-digit number. 42? That's it. Let's see how we did. You said 42, correct? 8 and 11 is 19. 19 and 1 is 20. 20 and 22 is 42. 23, 30, 30 and 12 is 42. 27, 36, 42. 19 and 23 is 42. And then if we go down, 29, 32, 42. 13, 27, 32. That's 20. Oh, wait, is that right? 29. Oh, yeah, 29, 38, 42. 13, 19, 42. And then we'll do the diagonals. 1 and 7 is 8, 32, 42. 10, 19, 42. Then if we divide this into 4 even things, each one will be 42 as well. For example, we'll just do a couple. 3 and 24 is 27, 32, 42. 6 and 4 is 10, 19, that's 42. 10, 21, that's 42. And then let's do this. Let's do the outside numbers. 8 and 1 is 9. 9 and 10 is 19, that's 42. Then if we do a quadrant, if I take these 3 by 3, and we do the 4 numbers, on the outside numbers, 8 and 22 is 30, 39, that's 42. If I do this quadrant, 21 and 7 is 28, 38, that's 42. I could do mirror images, that'll take you to 42. You tell me any combination you want, I'll get you to 42. Thank you. And now, for the last demonstration. These are the computers I was telling you about. These are the shoe computers. And when you put these on, most people when they count cards go +1, +2, and it keeps a ratio of high cards versus low cards. Not these. When these count cards, they tell you how many 9s are left, how many 8s are left, how many 7s are left, and will play blackjack perfectly. This is the only shoe I have that's cut away, so you actually see the electronics put on the inside of it, all the toe switches. They're not easy to use, they're not impossible to use, just takes a lot of time, however, highly illegal. So I am going to do this. I need one more person to come up and help me. Well, you just got picked. What is your name?
Haley.
Haley Sal. Nice meeting you. A hand for Haley. Haley, shuffle that deck up for me, please. That was my alarm. Now, in blackjack, 10, jack, queen, kings are 10s. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me just run through these real quick. You can look at them if you want. You can sort them out in 9s, 8s, whatever you want. Let me just look at these. You ready? Mm-hmm. You ready?
Yeah.
3 aces. So let me see them.
Okay. 1.
You have 3 of them.
Yep. 2. And a third. Yeah.
9, 10 value cards. 10, jack, queen, kings.
Oh, yeah.
So you have 9 of them.
There's
9 of them?
2 jacks, 3
There's 9 of them, correct?
and 1 king.
You should have 3 10s.
Oh yeah, and 3 kings.
1 9, 2 8s, 1 7.
1 9,
2 8s, 1 7.
Yep.
You have 3 6s, 1 5. 4. Okay. 2 3s.
Yes.
And then, oh, we left the jokers in there?
No.
The 3 deuces? Mm-hmm. That's Rain Man. Yeah. Everyone, thank you. Kelly, thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for having me. My name is Sal Piasanti. And thank you. Dan. Thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure.
Come on, everybody. Come over here, Sal. Keep it going for Sal Piacente.
Thank you. Oh, great. Wow. Thank you.
Okay, well, you have seen the act. It is a truly mind-blowing performance by Sal Piacente. And of course, to explain it all to you, Sal Piacente, how are you, man?
Dan, thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a real pleasure.
Well, it's a real pleasure for me, too, because you're doing stuff that is like a fascinating crossover genre to magic and real memory techniques, you know. And I've got to say, to save you guys a little bit of time, I want to explain how everything was done, if you don't mind. And I'll explain the whole thing. All you got to do is pay attention to exactly what's going on, memorize all the stuff, and then just remember it and repeat it. And that's it, right?
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Now, honestly, there are techniques that make that easier, some of which we'll explain.
Yes.
Some of which we're going to have references for them. And there's going to be an included PDF where people can look up a little bit more if they want to explore it. And then some of the things I think are immediately applicable to a magician because they use some secret techniques that can be applied to the work that we do.
I agree 100%. Memory can be applied to any situation in life, any profession, any role.
Yeah. Now, this act. Have you performed this very much for other people?
No.
So you put it together special for us?
Yes, I did. Pretty much. Well, I did it once in St. Louis, not as extent. People did a lot more with the gambling. When I lecture at magic conventions, people like to see more with the gambling and the cheating. And obviously, when I do my magic lecture called The Real Deal, I show a lot of actual surveillance footage, which I couldn't show here because I can't let it out.
Yeah, you can do that in smaller events, right. but there are various reasons why you don't have permission to show everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I'm mostly fascinated by your work with consulting for casinos.
Okay.
So even before we get into the act, let's just talk about some of the stories that come from that. For example, what I want to know is when you go in and you work with the crew there, the security people, and also you work on the floor with some of the dealers and the pit bosses and people like that, right? What are some of like the biggest busts that you've been responsible for alerting them to?
We just had a recent one overseas where it's funny, it's an ironic story that table games who went to my training said it was a waste of time because something like that would never happen here. And then a month later, they got hit with a scam on the baccarat table where they were mucking, which is switching cards on the game. It happened right in front of table games. Table games missed it completely. Surveillance caught it. And surveillance says the only reason we caught it is because they said this is the exact way Sal demonstrated it in the training, which that's the footage I've shown you.
And I've seen it, and we can't show it, but it's one of those things where they think, well, it can never happen to us, and it's never going to happen that way, and then it does because you're talking about legitimate cheating techniques that are employed all the time.
Sure. When we worked at one casino, and I was a supervisor there, and we had a boxman who's the person sitting on the craps game, just picking up stacks of chips and shoving them in his pocket. No skill. Believe me, a lot of these moves take more guts than skill because the chance of them getting caught is almost slim to none. Even though you have thousands and thousands of cameras, you have very few people watching them.
Yeah, and there's so much going on, and that's the thing. If it's done properly, a gutsy move just flies by, in kind of the mix of everything else that's going on. And I saw that footage of the mucking, and it was great because the guy is holding out the card and moving things while he's got the card in his hand. He's always holding something in the mucking hand until the moment that he has to do the move.
And then his hand goes flat in the classic position.
Yep.
Sure.
And that's what you got to watch for.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is, in your work, you've met some pretty interesting characters, interesting people. Sure. Do you have any stories of those interactions? Who are some of the people that stick out in your memory?
Well, wow. Well, he passed. Rod the Hop. Was legendary.
And I told you before we started filming that I also collected footage from Rod the Hop. Rod was
one of a kind
and bold as hell, but smooth.
Very smooth, very, very smooth.
Yeah.
And then in my courses in Vegas, I met a lot of people. Like, obviously can't say their names, but I did show you some of the footage. And I'm getting ready to release a lecture right now called Why the Best Don't Get Caught. That will only be for the casinos. I do have a lecture for the magicians called The Real Deal. And when they watch, they don't really like to show it is because it's not what magicians think. These guys don't go home and practice second dealing thousands of hours. Right. They don't look to do a push through to get the finest brief. It's more guts than skill. Yeah. They just do it.
Yeah, yeah, they do it. And this is the thing. When it comes to people like that, I like I said, I collected Rod the Hop stuff just to see the deck switches. They were absolutely amazing. Just in cutting the deck, and the deck completely changes. Some amazing, amazing work. What I would recommend is that you come back when you got the real deal, even though you're doing it for casinos. I would love for us to have that also, to be able to show to people. So maybe there's some way we can
work something out.
Yeah, I'd love for it to happen. Now, last night, the audience gave you a standing ovation, so it sort of speaks for itself. They
appreciate that.
They really, really just dug the whole thing, because most of it is very, very real. Right. You're doing a couple of things that we can apply to magic techniques. And like I said, I'll probably have some suggestions along the way that if a magician wants to incorporate something, there's a couple of cheats that we can use in a stage show that may not be incorporated in what you're doing. Let's talk about the act itself.
Sure.
So step us through from the beginning with everything that you did last night. And I know I don't have to remind you.
No, not at all. Well, the first thing I did, obviously, was a 3-card Monte. First, I wanted to do a little journey with this PowerPoint to show people my life, where I've been, where I'm from, and then how my whole career stemmed from my father showing me the 3-card Monte. That's been a major influence, and it's still a very big scam, except now they're doing with discs. Me and my wife just came back from Paris. They were doing the shell game. We saw one girl get robbed for everything she had. So I love showing that, and I tell people how it's done, and I tell them stay away.
Yeah. Yeah, none of those are games. That's the thing that both you and I know. It's if you ever see the 3-card Monte or the shell game or any other variation of that, it's not a game. There's always a confederate, and there's always work going on. There's not a chance to win. So it's not a game at all.
Ever.
I once saw a guy do. I don't know whether you've ever seen it, but a guy do the shell game on a pool table with bottle caps and a dime. And he did all the moves with that, and it was just
no, I never seen that.
Oh, it's the best work. I spent a lot of time in pool halls, so
hey, no worries.
And he had the best surface. He's doing it on the pool table and just working bottle caps and just borrowing
with a dime.
Yeah. And it was beautiful. It was like every move you could ever expect. But he was doing stuff where when he would move the cap, he would get it heel palmed on his thumb and move things around, and he'd do it like one-handed. It was beautiful work.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I'll show you after we're done here.
In Paris, they do it with a cup and ball. The cup is this big, and the ball is this big.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's a real sponge ball. So he palms it when he puts it under.
Sure. So neat. All right. So anyway, so now we do the 3-card Monte. Let's talk about the work on that, because technically speaking, it's pretty easy to do.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing to it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's psychology.
I've actually demonstrated this myself for a Skeptics TV show years and years and years ago, and I had a fun time doing it.
It's the psychology, it's the setup, and how it's really done on the street. I love when people say, well, they let you win the first time. No, they don't. You never get that shot. You might be happy with the $10 and walk away.
No, the only body that's winning is in on it.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah. So I love the whole setup on it. But the move, the hype, I mean, it's been referenced in many books, so we're not going to go through the whole thing, obviously. But it's held like this between the middle finger and the thumb. And then when I come over to show the queen is held with the same fingers. And I put it down, and I show here.
So you're doing, and you're doing actually one of the cleanest releases, because you're using just one finger, and kind of the tilt.
Exactly.
To get it.
Then when I'm ready to do the hype, as I'm coming down, my ring finger just catches the corner, and then once it goes down, I switch back.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the biggest things. You don't want to see him with this finger, and then this finger's free.
Sure.
So that's the whole thing. And of course, you got all the poems that go with it. This is the bee, that's the honey, and that's the card that wins the money. So they think it's there, but you did the hype. So they bet on this. So the way I like to do it is, my wife is my partner. I would go like that. I bring her up. I say, look, keep your eye on it. I don't do any false moves. There it is right there. So where is it right now? She knows it's here. Everybody knows it's there, but she bets it's here. So that everyone's like, no, she should have bet the middle. I go, here, look, I'll do it again for you. Look, there it is right there. Keep right on the queen. Where is it now? It's over here. Now I see you're not watching the game. Everyone knows it's over there. It's only a matter of time before this person says, let me try. And then when they try, then the move comes in. So they think it's here. So where is it? They bet the middle, and then you got them.
Yeah.
And then as I come over, I accidentally drop this card. My wife reaches over and bends that corner and winks. Then she says, let me try again. I go, sure, look, there it is right there. Keep right on it. Where is it? She says, it's here. And I say, I don't laugh when I win. I don't cry when I lose. Here's your money. Then I put it back. Now they want their money back. So when I come over to show the queen, I show it, but this thing is bent in that corner, but it's all hidden. I come over. Now I show the queen. I throw down the 4. They think it's the queen because the corner's still bent at the exact same time that pinky straightens that corner. If I really want to put the nail in the coffin, I say, keep your eye on the queen. It's really here. But what do? I pick up the queen, I cover the 4, and I just show that 4 twice. If, for some reason, they bet over here, then my wife would come down with a bigger bet and say, no, it's over here.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'm sorry, I got to take the bigger bet.
Yeah, and that's
that's
always that's always the biggest out, the biggest move that can be made is that if somebody ever happens to pick the right one, your confederate will always be able to outbet them.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
And now, if you wouldn't mind, a lot of guys have trouble with this. It's not that difficult, to be honest. It's not that difficult. It's a matter of a lot of practice.
That's it.
You know, just getting comfortable with the cards, making sure that your moves are consistent. But they mostly have trouble with that bent corner ruse, which is actually pretty easy to do. So why don't we break it down? You've done it once there, but we'll break it down nice and slow for everybody.
Perfect.
Do you prep the cards, bending all the corners? So
I hold the 3 cards like this. I get my bend in the middle, and I just do this to get that bend in there.
Yep. Soften them up.
And that's it. Now, I didn't go into this last night, but every card you make cannot be cut evenly. So if you look at these are casino cards. If you look at it, there's a full diamond here, a half diamond there. A full diamond, half diamond. Full diamond, I would turn this one around so my partner would always know where it is for sure.
Yeah, because that's one of the things, you know, and I learned signals. Like when I learned it from a guy who did it all the time on the street, and he wore a hat. So all he would do is just grab his hat, you know, to tell his partner where it was. You know,
side,
two hands for the center, that for that, and he just can constantly do it. And he'd throw it down, and he'd just sit back, and now your partner knows exactly where it is without even having to think about it. They know where to bet is what it comes down to. He's telling them where it is. They either bet on or off it.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And one of the best things you could do with this is if you really wanted to do something. I mean, we didn't do this last night. Obviously, we had enough time, but then my partner would tell the sucker, look at the size of the diamond on that one. It's different. And my partner would actually tip that. Then later on, I would put this card over here, show the queen, and by doing that, you reversed it. And now the queen isn't bent anymore. Now the other one is.
Yeah. So show everybody the technique. The corner gets bent.
This corner gets bent.
Apparently while you're not watching.
Right.
And then all it is a matter of getting a card in your hand and taking a moment.
Right. As I pick this card up right here.
And show it out front here so everybody can see.
As I get it like this, my pinky just grabs that corner and bends it up.
And it's already soft, so it's going to go right for it.
But it's all covered from above. So it's happening right now it's happening, but you can't see it. But it's all covered. Then I come over, show the queen, throw down the 4, at the exact same time, this pinky straightens out that corner.
Yeah, that's really all there is to it.
There is. That's right.
Yeah, because that I don't know the origin of that. Have you looked for it? Because that's been around for a long time, and it's a great move. Anybody that's doing any kind of a 3-card Monte demo absolutely has to learn the bent corner because there's nothing better.
No, I agree. Ernest says that. There's no more rewarding effect you can learn than a 3-card Monte. That's so true.
It's very true. Now you're not doing any of the Mexican turnovers. Now I actually learned them. I learned them this way. If you don't mind me
No, no,
showing.
please. No, not at all.
So I'm just gonna demonstrate what I did learn, and that is that if, let's say here, okay, so somebody bets on the right card, and you would never use this. You would honestly never use this in a game. But as a magician, you could use this. And instead of scooping under the card, this was actually taught to me by one of the guys on the street, you would say, oh, you want this card here, and then you'd flip it like that. You do the hype again, but it's in the action of turning it over. So there's your queen, right? And you go this card, you pick it up with the other card, and then flip the top one, as though you're flipping that one over with this card. So it really is a nice technique for the Mexican turnover that not many people know.
I've seen that on the street.
Yeah, there you go.
But they do it
right?
not as a Mexican turnover when they try and get the card to be bet. So I go here. Look, keep right on it right there. It's right here. It's right here. I'm hoping the sucker's going to bet there, but
Sure.
if nobody bets, you want to show that.
Yeah, you want to
so
show
they
it's
would
real.
come over and say, look, you should have bet there.
And that's exactly how I learned it too, to show that you should have bet on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
should have
oh,
gone
it
with your
was there.
instinct. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
to switch it back in.
Because you cannot use a Mexican turn it as an out. You
Nope.
can't. Because when that money's on the card, you turn it over.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as, well, you want to do this one? And no, there's no using other cards to turn it over. You bet there, you turn it over.
Yeah.
That's how come. If they bet on the right card, your partner bets on the other card and force them out of action.
Yeah, sweet. So, and like you said, there's no real time to go heavily into it. Anybody watching that's never done the 3-card Monte is probably going, what? Huh? But I don't quite get it. It's going fast. Learn a basic 3-card Monte, then come back and watch this section, and
Sure.
you'll start to understand the techniques that you can use to really heighten it.
That's so true. I have a DVD out on it. There are several DVDs out on it, but you go to YouTube and get it for free.
Yeah. But even though you can do that, people still fall for it.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. So okay. Sorry. So we open with this. That gives some legitimacy to the mechanical skill. Right?
Absolutely right.
But from this point on, we're going to not use a lot of that mechanical skill in that same way. You're
Right.
going to start doing some things that are all inside your head.
Well, now I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't get a chance to do this last night because obviously I don't think a lot of people wouldn't have liked it. But normally, Dan, I tell everybody how I did everything. The first effect I did was strictly pseudo, and I just do not want someone to leave believing I could do something I really can't.
Yeah.
You know how I saw one memory expert, not going to mention any names, you can look him up, go on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Obviously, the deck was preset. He did a really bad false shuffle. He said, Ellen, I'm going to memorize the deck. He did it in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. It just wasn't real. So that's just my personal. I mean, very easy to do a push through a couple of false shuffles. Last night, I did a couple of pseudo things.
Yeah.
Why? Because I knew it was being filmed. I wanted no mistakes. Everything had to be perfect. But I'm going to show you the pseudo. I'll show you the real.
Yeah, good.
But the
good.
first effect was strictly pseudo.
All right.
And that was this effect right here. You take a deck of cards. You talk about memorizing the slug of cards from the top, the bottom. Your ace, 8, 3, 5, 4, queen, 2. And then you memorize the middle ones. And then you have them do a shuffle. If they can't do a shuffle, you could do, I don't know what they call that, the Rosetta shuffle.
Rosetta, yep.
Yeah, you could just have them do this. It doesn't make a difference.
Yep.
And then they count out top. You have them mix these up. Well, first you glance at them to memorize them. Jack, queen, 2 7s, 3 5. And then you have them pull out one card. And of course, if they think the deck is marked, they could put the deck under the table and take one out. And then when I pick the deck up, make sure I can see them all. I'm going to say you took out the 10. Then they do it again. Now, I don't have to see these anymore because I saw this half and I'm going to see this half. So this half can get shuffled any way you want. As you see, there's no order. 7, 8, 10, Jack, 6, 9, 2, Queen. They shuffle them and they pull out a blackjack hand of 2 cards. Then when I get the deck back, as I'm doing this, they pull out a blackjack with an ace and a king.
Yeah. And it's not always that.
No.
It was that last night and it's that right now, but it's not always that.
Yeah, that's just strictly luck.
So you're using, if I'm correct here, you're using Gilbreth
100%
principle.
right.
Yeah.
100% right.
So do you want to let's show everybody what the Gilbreth principle is all about? We've talked about it a few times on here. We had Norman Gilbreth years ago do it. It's one of my favorite things.
You do miracles with this.
And the basic idea is that numerically speaking, regardless of the order, those 13 cards that come out will always be one of each number. Is what's going to happen. And to do that, you basically just have to separate them so that you've got a running order of numbers, and it can be random.
Totally. Yeah.
So let's. So
I took out ace to king.
Yep.
Ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. You shuffle
And
these up.
any suit, doesn't matter.
Any suit, don't matter. You shuffle them up so they're in a random order. With that, it's not.
That's not a random enough. Yeah. Even though it is random, it doesn't look random.
Exactly. So it really doesn't matter. Here.
That's better. Yeah.
So now,
right. So now you're
gonna
set the same thing up.
King, queen, 8, 6, 7, 10, 4. 6, 7, 10, 4, 9, 2, ace, 5, 3. 9, 2, ace, 5, 3. And that goes here.
Yep.
Then you do it again.
Do it again. Yep.
Oh, sure, please.
You got it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
King,
queen, 8.
Yep. See my queen here. And then,
There's 1, 8, and here's 1, 8.
Yep, thanks. There's my 8.
King, queen, 8. 6, 7, 10.
6.
6, 7.
I'll take that 7.
And here's your 10.
Thank you.
And then after that, 10.
4.
4, 9, 2, ace.
You got 9 over there.
4, 9.
Oh, you got 1. I got
You
1.
got 1, I got 1. Here's the same thing with the 2s.
The 2, thank you.
And here's your ace with it.
Yep.
And then 5, 3, jack.
5, there's your 5. Yep. Perfect. 3, jack. Yep. So all 4
Is
stacked
that right?
exactly.
Something's wrong here.
This,
5, 3, jack right here.
yeah,
That's it.
there you go. So all 4, 13 stacked in the same order.
Right.
Yep.
Then reverse the bottom 26.
Yep.
And then that's it. Now you're just ready to lay on some heavy BS.
Yep. So you've got basically a running order of numbers that the first 13 duplicated by the second 13 and then reversed in the next 13 and next 13 after that. Now, if somebody's not familiar with the Gilbreth principle, they're not going to understand exactly what happens next, but they have to trust us.
It will work. It will work. It has to.
Now, you've got to be able to split it.
Right.
Right? So what are you using to be able to split it?
You can use a crimp, but no, I don't. You know what I do? I say, listen, if I memorize the top 8 cards, I memorize the middle 8 cards, if I tell you give them a shuffle, as long as you break them anywhere near the middle and riffle, you're putting one known sequence to another, which is true, but it's a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
For example, I'll give you an example. Here, I'll memorize these cards, king, queen, queen. Now I just go to the middle, and you're going to have a pair.
Pair of jacks, yeah.
In
this case.
Right, and I just split the pair.
Yep, so now you got
Put it
26
down.
and 26. So one stack is going one direction, the other one's going the other direction, and then what happens all by itself without any help, no matter how you shuffle them, is as soon as you shuffle them up, it's going to disturb the order, but the first 13 cards
will be ace through king.
And ace through king in a random order. The next 13 cards, ace through king in a random order. Also different from the first, but the 13 cards in 4 separate stacks will always be ace through king in a random order. Yeah,
Right.
So
that's what I did. You have them shuffle them now, and again, it makes no difference how they shuffle. Then I tell them, I know the top 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I just take out 5 more. I pretend to glance at them to memorize them.
One of each value. You don't even have to memorize.
And then I tell them go behind that back and take one out. They pull one random one out.
Yep.
When I take these back, though, here's what I do. I get my ace to the top because I'm going to use that for later on.
Because you're going on to another thing with aces.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there's my ace. Ace,
Yep,
2,
so,
3,
I don't see
4,
a 6.
5.
So I'm going to say that's a 6.
Right, you still got a 6.
Yep.
Then I put that in here. I throw this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You shuffle these up.
Yep. It's the same thing, one of each value.
They pull out 2 random cards.
Yep.
I turn these over. Again, my ace is on top.
And you just got to see what's missing. So we got a 4 over there, and it looks like we've got a 10.
Right, 14, 4, 10.
Yep, 4 and 10.
Then, as I'm putting these together, I just use a quick
put the ace
shuffle.
on top, right?
Right.
So you've got ace and ace. Mhm.
So now I just give them a quick shuffle, keep them together. Now when I put this down, I peek. Either one of those cards, it don't matter. Let's say the 7 of hearts.
Okay.
And then I say, I don't need to see these. Actually, I saw those. So shuffle these up. So they shuffle them up. And you tell them, take it a poker hand. Now when I spread these cards out, all I'm looking for now is, as I'm doing this, I get my aces to the top.
Mm-hmm.
If I see one ace, I know you have the other one.
Yeah.
If I see no aces, you got both. Now I just look for pairs. So you can take those in.
Yep, sure.
And now I just look for pairs.
Yeah.
Here's my aces.
Yep.
I only see 1, 2.
Yep.
So I say you have 1, 2.
Yep, and
so
I can give it to you.
Yep, you can draw that out.
Yep.
Now I see a pair of 3s. I see a pair of 5s. Any 4s?
4's missing. I
Right.
got a 4.
So I say you got a 4.
and I do.
No 5s. And then I see here's a pair of 6s.
Yep.
Now I say,
I see the 7s, yeah. And
wait, I think you might have one. You have a 7. I already noticed 2 here, so I know
Yeah.
you don't have any. And I go, oh, wait, the 7 of hearts. No, that was there, wasn't it? That was the third card from the bottom. So I turn it over and I can show the third card from the bottom of the 7 of hearts. So now it looks like you're really memorizing these cards. So I put them down,
good.
and now I just keep going.
Yep.
I see 1 8.
Yep.
I know you have 1 8.
Yep.
Then I see 2 9s. I only see 1 10. So I say you got 1 10. And then there's my jacks, my kings. Then I say you have 1 queen.
Yeah, that's it.
And then when I pick these up, they think it's over. I pick these up, and I just shuffle. I hold back 2, and I hold back 2. And I just shuffle
And now
together.
you're stacked for aces on top.
My 4 aces are on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I do a false shuffle. This is one of my favorite false shuffles, and it flies by everyone, even magicians.
Yeah, I don't have a clue what's actually going on. So
Yeah,
walk us through that.
it's one of the best false shuffles because everything is real. The strips are real. There's no breaks. There's no jogs. The shuffles are real. Or what I did last night was I went like this. If you remember last night, I said, are there any aces on the bottom?
Nope.
If there is, I'll reshuffle.
Yep.
If there's any aces on top, I'll reshuffle. Hopefully, if there was one, I would have just went into a reshuffle. And now I go into this shuffle, and now I'm ready to cut the aces again.
Yeah, you're going to have to go slower.
Here's how I did it. Here's exactly how I did it.
It's
Dan.
real good.
When I shuffled, I add 4 cards on top.
Okay.
So right now I have 4 cards on top of the aces.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and here go my aces.
Sure.
So I say, are there any aces on the bottom?
Now honestly, let's not go that fast for people that aren't familiar with the technique.
Sure.
I am, but holding back and making sure you get the right thing in a riffle shuffle isn't. It's not the most immediate thing. You
Right.
have to spend some time with that.
You
deck.
do.
You got to really get comfortable with the feel of it, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of hesitation.
Right, and you don't want to look at your hands. When you're doing this, this is what you want it to look like. As I put my 4 cards on top right now,
Yeah.
now I know I got my 4 cards
Yeah.
on top of those aces.
Yeah, it's smooth.
1, 2, 3, 4, and there go my aces. So if I leave them face up, here's what I'm doing. 4 aces, I want to put 4 cards on top. So when I shuffle, as soon as I feel the 4 cards, that's it. So it's all done with my left finger. As the cards are falling off my left finger, as soon as I feel 4 cards, which is right there, I just let them fall on top of my aces. And I just push them in. And that's how I add the 4 cards to the top.
And it takes some time with a deck to get a feel for what 4 cards feel like.
Yes, it does.
In that way.
The important thing is you just don't want any hesitations when you're doing it.
Yep. And was that one done with 2 and 2?
That was done with 3 and 1.
3 and 1.
3 and 1. It all depends on how I feel the first time. If I go like that, I know I got it. I just felt 4.
Yeah.
If I want 2, I just wait until I feel 2. I can add 1, and I can add another 1.
It's not necessarily the most challenging thing that we're going to talk about, but it is a valuable skill.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Especially when I did the Hold'em stack.
Yeah.
So now, once I got the 4 aces on top, here's what I did. I said, are there any aces on the bottom? They say no. And now here's the move. As I go like this, I go, are there any aces on top? 1, 2, 3, 4. None. They're really here now.
Yep.
As I put these back on top, that 4 is step jog, so as I go like that, it's stepped out already. And I put these on top. Now, I just pick up on that stepped out card, I push them in, and now it allows me to get a break right above the aces. And then I could undercut, slap it on top. I'm still holding a break above the aces.
Sure.
And now I could strip.
Right down to the break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They go on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do another riffle, keeping them on top. And here's the move that is so little known but so beautiful. As I square them up right here, I'm putting a small bridge into the deck.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it takes is that little bit. Now I could strip legitimately right on top, square it up.
So that's a breather in action.
A bridge, right?
Yeah.
You can't even see it.
Yep.
But it's there. So now all I got to do is just cut. It's right here.
And I see it.
And then when I shuffle, here's where you take it out.
Yeah.
And now it's
Pick
out.
up the back. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones. When it's done quick, it looks just like this. And that's it.
It's so nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's so nice. And honestly, in this whole demonstration, there are going to be some pretty involved techniques that are going to take a lot of time. Anybody that works with cards all the time already understands you've got to get used to the feel of it. But being able to do that bridge, to create that breather in action, another great technique.
It is.
Yeah.
And now, then right after that, I went into a hold'em. Anybody play hold'em? I show the aces, and let's suppose there's 4 people in the game. This is also a riffle stack. 1, 2, 3, ace, burn, then here's your flop, and there'll be 2 aces on the flop.
All right, yeah. So walk me through the stacking technique. To me, obviously, I know where they have to be. So you're still doing the same kind of thing and being able to count what cards are going above.
Absolutely right.
And in between, because
Exactly
you're holding back. Let's see, you're counting and holding back on one side the 2 aces that are coming out, and then adding on top. Right? Am I right? All right. Let's talk about the.
I'll leave it face up.
Yeah, sure.
As I'm talking, after I cut the 4 aces, and now it's at a lull when they think everything is over, I cut the deck. I hold back 1 card on my left hand, and then I hold back 2 on my right hand.
Yeah, so you're splitting the aces with 1 card.
Exactly.
Yep.
Then, on the next one, I hold back 4 cards or 5, whatever. If there's 5-handed, I put 4 cards in between. Then, remember, that would be face down.
Sure.
So I say, here, I'll show you something with the aces. It's set up and ready to go already.
Yeah.
So I just turn this over, and I go, here, I'll stack the aces. They're stacked already.
Yeah.
All I have to do is add 4 cards to the top. So I break them. I add 4 cards to the top, and when I deal them out, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, ace.
Yep, there's your ace.
1, 2, 3, 4, ace.
Yep.
Burn.
Yep, and there's
And
the
there goes
split.
your other.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Yeah. It makes perfect sense to me. If you don't get it, obviously rewind it. Think about it, listen to the words, and try it. It won't be nearly as fast when you do it the first time, but you'll eventually get it.
That's right. And then from here, it started getting into the hard techniques.
Yeah.
For example, I would say, here, you shuffle them.
All right.
And if you notice, what have I been doing? I cut the 4 aces. I stack myself the 4 aces. It's always better to know what the other people are going to get in the real world.
Yeah.
Always. And as soon as someone gives me a shuffle deck and says, do something for me, this is one of the first things I would do for someone.
Now, I didn't flash,
That's okay.
but you're going to see people do that all the time
totally.
when they shuffle it. That's the thing. They'll always pick the deck up. It doesn't matter. If you see somebody shuffle like that, well,
So true.
Now you can think of other things to do, but typically they're going to see stuff. But I also noticed that you just did some glimpses.
I did.
And
I
you're now
memorized them,
stacking.
And now I'm ready to stack. So here's your queen 10, 9, 10, so I can deal them up.
Yeah.
Queen, 10, 9, 10. You're going to have a queen 9, and this will be a pair of 10s.
Yeah.
Now, I have no idea how it's going to come out. I can't tell you there's going to be a pair there. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that just happens. It happenstance. You're looking for what's flashed, and if you don't get anything flashed, then you can glimpse them. But let's walk through that. When you get a deck, full shuffle deck.
Yeah. I
Full
pick them up
shuffle
right
deck.
here.
Yep.
Now remember,
You're gonna
I use all high
obviously-
cards.
You're going to
10,
obviously
Jack,
be able to
Queen,
see
King's high.
the bottom card.
So as I shuffle right here.
Yep. I saw a 2-9-2, but I
Got them.
yeah, but I didn't see the
yeah.
other one. I didn't see the 4th one. Yeah.
High card, 2,
Yep.
a 9, a 2,
Yep.
another high card. This is a 4, a 5, and a 7. The 4, the 5, and the 7th.
Yeah, you've been doing this longer than I have.
Oh yeah, I could do 20 cards
I'm a little
in
rusty.
a couple of seconds. In blackjack, they would do it on the shuffles. As I'm shuffling like this, I would start looking at them.
Yep.
5-9, 2 ace, high card, another ace. This would be a 6. So as I'm shuffling, I would glimpse them.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of getting used to when you see those cards. And the overhand shuffle is the easiest one. That's the first one that
Yes.
you started out with.
Mm-hmm.
So in the overhand shuffle, and let's see, and I'd have to shuffle like a regular person because I learned to shuffle left-handed and I deal right-handed, which is so weird. Like this, isn't that weird?
That is
right?
weird.
Right. So I would have to turn the deck
Right.
for myself because I shuffle left-handed. But it's basically a matter of as you run these, you remember what you see. Now I'm not doing it. I'm just showing the camera. Right. So now those are on top in reversed order.
That's right.
Then you can start going into to the other things. When you're doing the tabled riffle, you're actually looking at the backs here. Now, are you keeping any briefs? Are you watching your left hand go by and keep it brief?
I'm
Or
letting my
are you
left
just-
hand fall last so I can memorize those
So you
cards.
memorize those cards that go on top.
Exactly.
Yep. So, all right. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you.
Then from here, we talked about the bridge deal, the perfect bridge deal. And it always bothered me, magicians. The perfect bridge deal is them giving a grand slam. You know what the odds of that happening? It's astronomical. It's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Ace to king. Great for an effect, but when I go in front of actual card players and I say you want to see a bridge demonstration, this floors them.
Sure.
And if you remember, I dealt out 4 hands. I knew exactly what everybody had.
Yeah.
And here's
Yeah.
how that was done.
And to me, that's a better effect than a grand slam. Honestly,
I agree 100%.
because it's real. Because you start from a shuffled deck. If you're
Oh,
doing the grand slam,
totally.
you are definitely not starting from a shuffled deck. You know.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Anytime someone starts with a shuffle deck, those cards are stripped,
Yep.
they're gaffed, or the deck was switched, or the deck was preset.
Yep.
That's the only way. So here's how it's done. In bridge, everybody bids and throws hands down. So as I'm going to do that, this is exactly what would happen. So they're memorized now. But they're not all of them. I don't need to know all of them.
You don't need to know all of them.
I
Which
need to know
ones?
one hand, every fourth card.
Every fourth.
13.
Every
Yeah.
fourth is what you're doing, and that's what I thought you were doing. It's still a challenge to do that.
Oh, for sure.
Now, is there a secret to that, or is it just that you spend time with it?
Mnemonics. This is all
Okay,
mnemonics.
all mnemonics.
Yes.
And that's what I thought. Now we're getting into a really fascinating area where we're no longer talking about the physical manipulation because you're using it as is.
That's right.
But we are talking about the ability to know something that the audience doesn't know that you're going for.
That's right.
And retain it.
That's
you
absolutely
know?
right.
So what is the mnemonic that you're using to...
We'll get into that right now. So when I pick these cards up, I slip one to the bottom.
Okay.
So now I know every third, from every third card, I know every fourth card. From every third one.
Okay.
Starting with 3. What do you mean by that? Here's a deck I memorized.
Okay.
And when I pick them up, I slip the top card to the bottom.
Yeah.
Why? Because I need to know the third hand.
Yeah.
One,
And then the fourth after that. Right.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So here's your 3 of clubs.
Yep.
Then after the 3 of clubs is your 5 of diamond. I'm sorry, 5 of hearts.
Okay.
Then the 4 of hearts. Then there was going to be a 2 of clubs coming up real soon. So the king of diamonds, there'll be a 2 of clubs. There's your 9 of hearts, then the 4 of diamond. Clubs, so watch this. Then this should be king of hearts. Right, so we have the king of hearts. Now, I know the cards in his hand. Mm-hmm. That's the only ones I know. Mm-hmm. The dummy hand gets turned over in real bridge. Because that's my partner. He doesn't play, I play it. I look at my hand. Well, guess what? I look at my hand. The dummy hand is turned over.
Yeah.
I know what's
you
here.
Know, you've got half of the deck. You know this.
That's
whatever's
all
left
that
is
can be
not
left
there.
there. That's
Right,
right.
right.
So now I use a magician's force.
Okay.
And I would just say, point to a hand.
Yeah.
If they point to this one, I say, okay, keep your hand the way it is. If they point to you, I'd say, okay, then do me a favor, pick up your hand and sort them out in suits.
Yep. Yep. We are ready.
Okay, and then I just say, which suit do you want?
Let's go with spades, please.
Spades. So I know he don't have the ace. I don't see it here, so I know you
see
have
it.
it. I say, throw out the ace of spades. Here's the 2 of spades. I don't see the 3 of spades.
And you know it's not there.
And so I know you have it. There's your 3 of spades. And I would say, oh, by the way, 3, also throw out the 4. Then here's the 5. So you would have led with spades because you got the 6 as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And then, wow, you got the 7 too. Here's the 8. You don't have the 8. So I don't see the 8 here. So I know I would say you have the 8 of spades. And I would have this person
I could pull it
take
again.
out the 8 of spades.
And I think that's all they've got.
And then I throw out the 9. And then I say, so I don't see the 10. So I know you got the 10. Here's the jack, the queen, and I know you have the king.
Yep.
Then I say, what suit do you want?
Yeah, let's go with hearts.
Hearts. Here's the ace of hearts, the 2 of hearts, the 3 of hearts. Now I say, you know something? You have the 4 of hearts, and it's right next to the 5 of hearts.
Yeah, I'm going to pull this off here, and I'm going to show everybody. There they are together. Yep.
So once you do that, they're like, wow. So now here's your 6 of hearts. Here's the 7 of hearts. Throw out the 8 of hearts. And the 9 of hearts. Matter of fact, it's right next to the 4 of diamond.
It is.
Here's your 10 of hearts, the jack of hearts. I'll take the queen of hearts. If I wanted something, I could have reached over for it and take it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the queen of hearts, and you have the king of hearts.
Yep.
Now what suit do you want?
Okay, let's go with diamonds next.
Diamonds. Here's the ace of diamonds, the 2 of diamonds. Here's the 3 of diamonds in this hand.
We can take it out this way.
Yeah.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty here.
3 of diamonds. Then I would say you also have the 4 of diamonds. They would throw out the 4 of diamonds. I don't see the 5. I don't see the 5. I know you got the 5. And I would say, you know something? You have the 6 as well. Then here's the 7, the 8. I know the 9's not in this hand. I don't see it. So I throw out the 9. Here's the 10. Throw out the jack. Here's the queen. And I say, you have the king.
Yep.
Then I say, we have suits.
Yep. And then we can do that.
Exactly.
This way.
I would say, take out the ace of hearts.
Yep. And they've got
the ace of clubs.
Yep.
The 2 of clubs, the 3 and the 4. And then they're done. And then I would
Right
just
away.
come 5, 6, 7. You have the 9.
Yep.
And the queen.
Yeah. So
Then, if you wanted to, you're a new deck order right now.
yeah,
You can do miracles right now with this.
Let's talk through the mnemonic
Sure.
for memorizing every 4th card.
Okay.
Because that's the heart of this. Because once you've got 13 of the cards, every 4th card, and you're seeing the other 26, that gives you everything you need to know.
Absolutely right.
But the problem is we
How
need
do
to
you memorize the
remember
cards?
that.
That's right.
Right.
Now we're getting to the real stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. There's something called the phonetic alphabet. Can I get to the board?
Of course, right there.
Let's go to the board.
Yeah. Is this the major system?
This is.
Yeah.
This is. And I'll tell you something. I would have loved to get up here to a number of memory and do a whole memory lecture.
Yeah.
I have more of a passion for that, and never even touch cards, because there's been some major improvements on the major system. The Germans, they're using the 5 as an S because it looks like an S.
Ah, yeah.
The 7 is the L because it's an L. But
yeah.
let's get into it now. If I said the number 471, that means nothing to anybody.
Right.
Nothing. You can't picture that. But if I asked you, now my drawing skills aren't as good as yours, but I seen yours last night. But if I asked you,
My secret is all that stuff is pre-drawn. No, I'm not kidding you.
it was outstanding.
Yeah, all right.
It was outstanding. But you could think of a rocket ship, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see a rocket.
Yep. RKT.
That's right. Now I know that's not how you
And
spell
that's
rocket.
not how you spell it, but in the phonetic, that's how you spell it. Now I'll explain.
Unless you're from Arkansas,
because
they
I'm
might
familiar
spell it
with
that
this.
way.
Because R sounds like 4, R.
Right.
So that's a 4, right? 7 is a letter K, at least
Right.
in this system, and there's various reasons why. And a T has 1 stroke. That's a 1. So this says 471.
That's right.
Rocket, without the extra thing. So
That's absolutely right.
phonetically, that makes sense. So you could put down any
So-
thing. I can't remember. I have a trick that I put out that used only the first 5
Really?
of the major system. because I wanted to be able to teach it quickly to people. So
Okay.
Confederate, you know. So I never studied things over 5 as much. I know them. 6, I think, is a G.
6 is the sh sound.
Sh.
Right.
That's right. Sh.
2 is a 3 is a M.
Yep.
4 is the R. 5 is the L. 6 is the sh. The ch. The J.
Yeah. That's right.
And the soft G. This is in those lecture notes, by the way.
Yep.
7 is CK, K, hard C, and hard G. G, K. 8 is F and V. 9 is P and B. 0 is Z or S.
Yeah. And they make sense in different ways, and then you have to extrapolate for some of the other parts of them. Like the T is one stroke down, and then you can add this as also a one
D
stroke.
is one stroke, that's right.
D, a single vertical stroke. 2 vertical strokes for an N, 3 for an M, plus you can turn the M and make it a 3. 4 R.
F-O-U-R.
F-O-U-R-R.
4.
Right. And then 5L, that's like a Roman numeral 50, but also if you hold your left hand up for 5, you get an L. And 6, this, again, like I said, I get a little weird on this. I only remember soft G because of the way that it looks when you turn it around. 7 kind of looks like a K. It's got sort of the angles of the K. That's how I remember hard.
That's
hard
correct.
K sound.
That's right.
8, always a weird one for me. I've always forgotten it. What's your system on remembering 8?
Script 8.
Script 8.
Almost
F.
looks like an 8.
That's right, like an F. Yep. 9, same kind of things apply here. Where
Put a P in the mirror.
The P is reversed, and then you just add the B in case you need to use that sound. And then Z and turned over S.
That's
so
right.
Z,
Z
0,
and S.
Z. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So now you take any number. It doesn't matter what that number is.
That's why I did pi to 1,000.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that, of course. So you take any number that you write down, you can convert it to a word. Let's do it. We did 471. Let's do another number and see if people can play along at home.
Sure.
Yeah, any number. It doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't make.
Let's put some. Okay. So right.
39.
So now we'll walk you through it so you get a kind of a feel for this. So you could have a sh, k, j, here for that, right? And then you want to look at this as it's an M. That's definitely an M, right? And this is a p or a b. So I don't do it as fast because, like I said, I only studied the other ones. What would you do as a word for this?
Okay, I got champ.
Champ.
I picture a champ like a
There you go.
championship boxer.
Ch is the thing that I would never come to myself because I don't work with 6 very much. So CH, M, and a P.
That's right.
Yep.
Champ.
And
Or
the vowels don't count for anything.
if anyone's a Three Stooges fan, I use Shemp.
Shemp.
Or
Shemp.
chimp, a chimpanzee.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So I have so many different, I've done it so long, that because when you're memorizing thousands of digits, or you're memorizing 8 decks of cards, that something becomes so repetitive, you need different
You get really
words.
quick at substitutions and a feel for it.
I don't see them anymore.
You start to pronounce numbers, phonetically as letters.
That's right. I don't see letters. As soon as I see a number, it's a picture to me.
Yeah. Right, and so this is going to be in the PDF so that people can kind of completely understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing. It's so much easier to remember the word chimp. And then you think to yourself, chimp, ch, that's a 6, M is a 3, and a P is a 9.
That's right.
and you got a number.
471.
Yep.
I got rocket.
Rocket.
I got racket, a tennis racket.
Yep.
Haircut. You got so many different things you can do with 471.
Yeah.
Ragged.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. All right, I think that explains it. And so you're using this here, but you're using it over a series of 13 values.
That's right. Now remember, a card, so 5 is an L.
Yep.
Diamond starts with D.
All right.
So I use a D and an L.
Okay.
I need a word.
Do you do the suit first in this case? All
I
right,
do.
So DL is that?
Doll.
Doll.
A doll. Could be a dill pickle.
Sure.
Could be the Dalai Lama. Could be anything you want it to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right.
And this is not written in stone. If you say, I just can't get used to this 6, like I said, in Germany, the German memory experts out there, they don't like this system.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. The
When it
7
gets-
should be an L.
And it's the same thing. And you can see it there on the board that the first 5 are very, very clearly defined.
That's correct.
And then the other ones, the following 5, are kind of up to interpretation. And I think the Germans are getting closer to narrowing that down.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty good at organizing things.
Very good.
So yes, I like 7 as an L.
Yeah.
I
5 is an
absolutely
S.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It makes more sense to me, and hopefully they can really like hone in on exactly what those things are. So each card then has a word that you associate with
picture.
it.
That's right.
And you can do this yourself, like you were saying. If you don't like the word doll, you can use a different word,
Yeah.
and then associate it with that, and then from that point on, that card will always evoke that visual image.
Now, you brought a good point, because you said to me, like in a question, you use the suit first. Some people don't like using the suit first.
Yeah.
They rather go 5 diamonds. So this will be lead.
Yeah, and the reason I said about the suit first, I guess there's a trade-off there, because if you do the suit first, you're going to have 13 words that all start with the duh sound.
That's right.
Right? Mm-hmm. In a way, I actually think that's better, because your mind will grasp that they are in the same set.
Sure, I can see that.
So I actually kind of like your approach to it.
Yeah. No matter what you do, as long as you turn that word into a picture. Pictures are universal language of the brain.
Right.
Everything we take it in pictures. My wife will tell you, when I leave here tonight, when I get home, I will tell you every license plate I pass.
Yeah.
I practice all the time, all the road signs. As soon as I see numbers, they start becoming letters, quick. Letters to words, words to pictures.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. If you're going to get into memorization, you've got to practice. You got to keep that the mind nimble and ready to receive and get information.
So true.
And translate.
I definitely recommend read a book called Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Foer.
Yeah, cool.
Highly recommend that.
So let's talk about a few of them. We don't necessarily have to go through all 52.
No, but here, that's a doll.
Yep.
So now, 1, 2, 3, bam.
Oh, and we're still in new deck order or separated suit.
Oh, you're
order.
right.
So why don't we mix those up so we can have some fun with the various things that come up.
Now, I should have said this. Picture cards are handled differently.
Okay.
Well, picture cards, the suit is the picture. A club is a club.
Yeah.
A heart is a heart.
Ah, yeah.
A spade is a spade.
Sure.
And a diamond is a diamond.
Okay. So you do
And
a
then-
little association with those.
Exactly. And queens and kings are sound-alikes. King of hearts, king, starts with H, hinge. And that's all in the PDF.
Right.
So here, we'll go through a deck real
Let's
quick.
see it, yep.
So as I turn these cards over like this, right there I got the
remember that.
sun.
Yeah.
Sun starts with S,
Spades.
and there's an N.
N for 2.
That's right.
Yep.
So I got a sun. Coming off the sun is a dish. The sun looks like a big dish.
Yep. Diamonds and 6.
And on that dish is a dove.
Diamonds and 8.
That's right.
Which is a V.
So I'm going back, I got sun,
Dish, dove.
Cave. The dove is flying into a cave. In that cave is dice, a big pair of dice. Diamond, 10.
Yep.
Those dice are covered with diamonds.
Oh, and we should just mention that a 10 is treated like a 0.
Right,
So
that's
you've got S, which can also be a C sound if it sounds like an S.
Correct.
Dice.
Dice are covered with diamonds. I'm taking those diamonds and I'm putting them through a basketball hoop.
Okay. Hearts and a P.
The hoop looks like a heart. Someone bent the hoop into a heart.
So your jacks are just going to stand by themselves. The jack
Right.
is just the suit.
Absolutely right.
Right? Whatever it is. So jacks don't have any other association except what their suit is associated as the word picture, and then the queens and the kings are going to have a slight distinction.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
Cat. I'm taking that heart and I'm transplanting it into a cat.
Okay. I'm going to do 4 more, and let's take a look at this card. Okay. So now this is going to be a kind of a special case.
Yeah.
Right.
We
For the
know it
queen.
starts with C.
I'm going to let you deal with this one since we brought up a queen, because I don't know
Okay.
how you do it.
Starts with C?
Yep.
And I need something with the een sound.
Yeah.
Cream.
Cream.
Right, the cat is, so we had a cat, and he's covered with cream.
Okay.
Covered with cream. There we go.
All right, let me try this one. So it starts with a D, we know that, and it has an N in it. So it could be anything you want it to be. Let's say it's dine, or it'd probably be better if it was like no, we want something that's physical, like dance. No, because we can't put that C in there. Den? A den.
A den. Sure, den works.
I'm going with den, but
Den.
what do you use?
Dune.
Dune. A
Dune
dune.
or
like
a dean of a
dune.
school. Remember,
Dune.
when I'm multiplying multiple decks, I have different pictures for each card.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So Dune. So now the last picture was cream, and we're taking that cream and we're pouring it into a den.
Okay.
Den. Now that's sing.
Sing.
Starts with
King.
S for spade.
Starts with S and ends
King.
with ing for king.
So I see, me, it's always Pavarotti. He's a singer.
Nice.
It could be Britney Spears. It could be Justin. It could be anybody you want to. It doesn't
Sure.
make a difference.
Sure. As long as it sticks in your brain.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3. That's singer.
And that would be, I'd go, it's an HN for sure. HN. A hen.
Hen.
Let's go hen.
Hen,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, right.
Singer, sing into a hen.
Yeah.
Now when I pick these cards up, I just slip cut one card to the bottom.
Okay.
And that's it.
Right, because that sets you up for the third hand and then every fourth card.
Right. Now, what I did last night was I did a push through.
So now you've got a stream of images in order,
Right.
that tell you the order of every card that's coming out in
That's
the
right.
third hand.
Once I got sun, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
The last night I did a push through. So when I got this deck in my hand, I shuffled them, and I tell everyone this is not a real shuffle, but that's what a false shuffle would look like. I push them in, my hands cover it, my ring fingers come on the outside, so they go through each other, and I just pull these out, and there goes, whoops.
No, I think that,
Right.
I don't know which one was which, but yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, we did it right. That's right. Because that 6 of clubs went to the bottom.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
right.
yeah, because it's the third card down,
Right.
so you don't need to know
So
this.
now when I start thinking, now as I deal them out, I'm saying, here's where I start going over into my head.
Yeah.
2 of spades.
Right.
And then what was on that 2 of spades? The sun looked like a dish. 6 of diamond. That dish, on it was a dove. Remember what the dove was doing?
No.
Okay, the dove was
We've been
cave.
going back and forth.
Going to a cave with dice.
It was going into a cave
Cave.
with dice. Cave.
8 of clubs.
Cave.
Cave.
Yep.
And in that cave is dice.
Dice.
Here's your 10 of diamond. Those dice are covered with diamonds.
Yep, which is your jack.
And then what we do with the diamonds?
There was a cream, wasn't there, at that point? Or was it? Oh,
Put 'em through a basketball
Diamond's
hoop.
going through a hoop. And then I think cream is coming up
Hoop.
pretty soon here. Yeah. Was it a cat?
That's cream.
Cream. Yep.
Oh no, jack of hearts. You're right.
Heart.
Heart. Right. Because the hoop was bent like a
hoop. Yep, like a heart.
like a heart.
Yep.
And then we were given a cat.
Yep.
The transplant is your ace of clubs.
Yep.
Now the cat. What was the cat doing?
Well, I thought it was covered with cream. But
Cream. Cream means club.
Yep. Club and three of clubs.
No. Cream. That's the sound alike one.
Oh, wait,
Cream.
cream. That's queen. Queen of clubs.
Queen of clubs. That's right.
Queen of clubs. Yep.
And then we were pouring that cream into a
A den.
den, 2 of diamonds.
Yeah, that's the one I said. Yeah, 2 of diamonds. Yeah.
And then what was in the den?
In the den, yeah, I should have paid more attention. I don't have
Singer.
it. Singer. That's right. Okay, so Justin Bieber was in the den, and that's a king of spades.
That's it.
Yep.
And then, I'm sorry, I should have went that way. Here's your 2 of hearts, the hen.
Yeah, the hen.
And that's it.
And Justin Bieber singing to the hen.
So if I wanted to go
Yeah.
back with these cards,
Yep.
we had the 2 of spades, the 2 of spades, the 6 of diamonds, the 8 of diamonds. Then we had the 8 of clubs. Then after the 8 of clubs in the cave,
Was the diamonds?
10 of diamonds, a dice. Covered with jack of diamonds.
With the diamonds going through a hoop.
Hoop, 9 of hearts.
9 of hearts, which was shaped like a heart,
Jack
which
of
is
hearts.
a jack of hearts. Which then there was a
Cat.
A cat.
That's right, you said
cat.
it. Ace of clubs.
Yep, ace of clubs, covered with cream, which is the queen of clubs. And there, wait, how many do you have left? Queen.
3.
And then it was a den with a singer or was the singer first? No.
It was den.
The
Den
den
first.
The den. The 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds, then a singer. and that's the king of spades. And then the last one was the hen, which is the heart, the two of hearts.
That's it.
Well, see, now this is the thing. I don't practice it all the time.
No.
I'm aware of this, but for somebody that's never ever done this, they're going to think it's daunting, and it's not. It's just something you have to keep up with, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say, you mean I got to learn this in order to learn that? And you know what I tell them? Don't judge the process.
Yeah.
Judge the results.
Yeah, the results are amazing. As a matter of fact, anybody that's ever tried to learn a memorized deck should learn this before they ever learn a memorized deck.
Totally. See, I could do, I don't do any mem deck stuff, but give me the Arison stack.
But you're memorizing 13.
Oh yeah, give me the Arison stack.
Like
We'll
that.
do a whole deck with no problem.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do the whole thing and just string all of those word pictures together and have any memorized deck.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, okay, we'll
Save
do
yourself a lot
this
of time.
then. Do you remember when I had them pull out one card and they named them?
Yes.
Well, here's how you do that. And we'll just do it with 13 cards. Remember the order of these cards?
I basically do.
So
I
watch
basically
this.
know what they are.
Let's shuffle these up.
Yes.
And let's take out two of them.
Okay.
Not one, we'll take out two.
Sure.
I'm going to turn them over. And as I turn them over, we're going to destroy them.
Okay.
Basketball hoop. Bend it up.
Yep.
Bend the hoop.
Hoops
Bend the
up.
hoop.
Right?
Dice. Smash
kill,
'em.
Kill the dice. Yeah. Right.
Diamonds.
Yeah. Break all
Smash the
break all
diamonds.
Crush
Smash
the
the diamonds.
Yep.
Cave.
Yep.
Blow the cave up. Rocks flying everywhere. Dove.
Dove.
Chop its
Yep.
head off.
Yeah. Why not?
Dish.
Yeah.
Snap
Break
the dish.
Yep.
Sun. Blow it up.
Yep.
No more sun. Sun's gone. Pavarotti.
Yep.
Shoot him.
Yep. Cool.
He's
Or
done.
Bieber. Bieber. I'm going to shoot Justin Bieber.
Beaver. Okay. Yep, either way. Okay. Hen.
Hen.
Dead.
Hen. You're right. Right. Yep. I'm eating that. hen.
Cream.
Yeah.
Smash it.
Yeah.
And the den. Blow it up.
Yeah. And the den's blown up.
right.
So I know that there's a cat over there.
That's right.
Right.
So if we go back to the beginning, we had the sun.
Yep.
That was blown up. What was coming off the sun? The dish.
Yep. And we destroyed the dish.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then on dish was a dove.
Yep. And we got rid of the dove too.
Dove was flying into a cave.
Yeah. Now we blew the cave up.
Yeah.
I think we did. We blew the
did
cave
blow
up.
the cave
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Blew that
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
That was in the cave.
Yep.
Was
There
dice.
were dice.
Do we smash?
I know that's a cat with a cream on it. I know is what's over there already, because I don't think we got rid of cream, and we didn't get rid of the cat. I know there's a cat with cream on it over there. I know that for a fact, and I can tell you what it is. That's cream. That's the queen of clubs, right? And that's a cat, which is the ace of clubs.
Hang on, let's go back to the beginning now. Let's go backwards. Okay, we go back to our list, correct?
Yeah.
If we go back to our list, so the dice we destroyed.
Yeah.
And what we do with the dice? Put them into a hoop.
Hoop, and we destroyed the hoop.
And then the hoop was shaped like a.
It was shaped like a heart.
Did we destroy a heart?
No, we didn't. So
That's
oh,
right.
that's right. Did we destroy the cream? Because
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We destroyed the cream. I don't remember destroying the cream. We
Right.
should have drank
We
that
destroyed the
cream.
cream.
We destroyed the cream.
But we didn't destroy a heart.
We didn't destroy the heart. So
We
I've got
destroyed
one of them,
cat.
which is the cat and a heart, and it's the jack of hearts, right? And the ace of clubs.
That's right.
And it's blackjack right over there.
That's it. That's how when people turn their cards over.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
Yeah, wow. But, and you're really, really fast at this. Now, how long have you been doing this? How long have you studied?
I don't stop.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I've been doing this since the early 90s.
Right.
And what started me off was in the casinos, there's a baccarat scam. I don't have 8 decks here, but when the dealer turned over the 8 decks, he was memorizing them from the rear here, right here.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so that caught your attention, and you
Totally.
wanted to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, he was able to memorize the cards that quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, and of course, for something like that, they don't necessarily have to memorize the suits, right? In baccarat.
Not in any casino game.
Yeah, in any casino game. Well,
Well, let's do this then.
It matters a little bit in poker, but not as much as people would think.
Right, but a casino, we don't consider a casino game.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know why? Because the casino has no vested interest unless the rate.
And that's true. Poker is probably the only truly honest game, because you're basically playing against everybody else anyway.
the house gets the rake.
And the house gets everything. Just
That's
takes
right.
whatever they take.
Now, show how I did that. I picture a fish, a mackerel.
Okay.
Mackerel. That's your 3. Mac. 7. Or 4. And then the L. Mackerel.
Yeah, 5.
And the mackerel is going into a cave.
Yeah.
Cave is 7 and an 8. So there's your 7.
Yeah.
And there's your 8. The cave was an icy house. So next to that cave, there'll be 3 10s. 1,
Turn those
Oh.
out a little bit.
One,
I want to make sure everybody can
2,
see. Yeah.
and 3.
If you look, then it's cheating.
And then there's an ace. There'll be a 3, a 10, an ace, a 10, and a 3. An ace, a 10, and then your 3.
Yeah.
And that's how I did that.
Yeah.
Same thing before. When I took this deck in my hand like this, here's how I started memorizing them. Right there, I see a beach. On that beach is a bunch of fobs, like chain fobs, into an igloo, icy house, a fruit roll-up, sign this notch. That's how I did that.
I'm telling you, the explanation is as amazing as the performance. I knew it would be, because I have, like I said, a glancing familiarity with this, but I have never practiced as much. Now, did you find that it came kind of naturally to you?
No.
No, you had to put in the work, right?
And after the work, it just,
and then it gets faster and faster.
Speed.
It's automatic. You no longer think of them as cards. You think of them as words or as letters.
That's right.
Right? As pictures or letters.
So I turn that card over right there. I got a cake, I got dice, I got a sash, I got a soap, case, cave. As soon as I see them, I don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the picture automatically. So last night, as soon as this guy's turned these cards over, that's dope. I see a picture of a dunce school.
Yeah.
That's gone. I see hash, a beehive, soap. And as it's saying it, I'm destroying it immediately.
Sure.
Then I just go back in my head. I go spades, suit, some, suit, a sail, sat. Oh, I didn't destroy the sash, 6 of spades. And that's how I do that.
It's fantastic and fascinating.
Oh, thank you.
And if you're as fascinated as I am, you're going to want to study everything in the PDF, and you're going to want to think about how you can incorporate this.
Well, if they go back and watch, all the card effects was done that way.
Yeah. It's amazing work. Okay, and then it goes even further.
Well, sure.
Because we can get away from cards and apply it to all kinds of things and in different ways. There are other techniques for other items. So the next thing that you did, after all the card stuff,
was the birthdays.
Was to do birthdays. Now,
Sure.
birthdays, it's a different technique.
Yeah.
But also very interesting. It's something that I have only ever read about and never bothered with. But I'll tell you, now that I've seen you do it, and this is the reason I didn't bother with it, was because I never felt that an audience would be fascinated by it, and yet I think it's the thing that connects with them probably the best.
I agree with you, except for one thing.
It's their
20
birthday.
years ago, it wasn't fascinating to them. Nobody knew what day they were born on.
Oh,
Today,
well, yeah, but now they
everybody's
can
got the
check.
cell
That's
phones.
and that is the change, and I should have thought of that myself. People have been doing that stunt for hundreds of years.
That's right.
Hundreds of years, but people never knew for a fact whether they were right or not right. It took a lot of research to find out. Now it's instant.
On the phone, I told
out.
one guy that you were born on a Wednesday. He says, no, so I was born on a Tuesday. My mom told me. I went, it's a Wednesday.
look it up.
He looked it up. He's like, I got to call my mom and tell her she
That's
was
right.
wrong.
Yeah. Do you trust your mom or do you trust the memory guy? It's
And
right.
people ask me, how do you do it? And I tell them. How I do it.
Yeah.
I have numbers memorized for every year of the century. That's 100 numbers. I have numbers memorized for every century. I have numbers memorized every day of the week. I have numbers memorized for every month. I add everything up, divided by 7. The remainder tells me, and that's exactly how I do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example.
That is the technique. Let's see it.
Okay, on the PDF, I give you the 100 numbers on that to memorize.
Mm-hmm.
And here's how we'll do it. Okay, wow. Let's make up a random day.
Well, does it have to be random?
No, not at all.
Because every day is random.
That's true.
For me, especially.
Okay, we'll say July 9th.
I want to
please.
say, because it's my birthday. This is what's fascinating to people. It connects to them.
Okay.
So I want to say October 14th.
October's a 1.
October's a 1.
14 is a 0.
Okay.
7 goes into 14 how many times?
It goes in twice. It's even.
And there's no remainder.
There's no remainder.
0.
So the
What is my
remainder.
number?
So that's the thing, right? Okay. So October 14th, you got a 1 for October.
Yeah.
And you've got a remainder of 0 for 14.
That's right.
Okay, and now you need to know the year.
That's right.
All right, 1764.
Okay, so if you said 1764, okay, I know I got a 1 already. 17 right now to me is going to be a 2. So, I'm sorry, it's a 4. It's a 4. So 1 plus 4 is 5. 64 is a 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 7 goes in 8 one time. 1 is remainder. That's a Sunday.
Yeah.
How did you know that, if you don't mind me asking? What made that day so important that you would know it's a
No, that's
Sunday?
when I was born.
1764.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, you look great for your age.
You look pretty good, don't I? Yeah.
But that's how I do the centuries.
Okay, all right. So now give like a legitimate example of everything. Now, does every month always stay the same as far as numbers go?
No.
Because you're going to be thrown in with leap years and things
That's right.
like that. Exactly. Right?
So I use more pictures.
Okay.
January to me it's a 1. The Neil Sedaka song, Calendar Girl.
Calendar Girl.
January is a baby New Year.
Okay.
I see a baby holding a pencil.
All right.
February is Cupid. Valentine's Day.
Yep.
March, I see soldiers marching, and they're holding a flag.
Okay.
See, now I'm using a different picture association.
Yeah.
1 is a pencil, because it looks like a pencil.
Yep.
4 is a flag or a sail, because that's
Yep.
what it looks like. April, it's raining. It's raining little balls. Balls is a 0. April. May is flowers. I'm giving flowers to a swan. See the swan? June is a wedding, and then you're throwing curtain hooks. 5 looks like a curtain hook.
Okay.
July is fireworks, and what's coming out of those fireworks? Little balls.
Okay.
August is a beach. I see handcuffs coming up on the beach, a bunch of handcuffs. September is a school. I see the school looking like an elephant trunk. October is a pumpkin. I see a pencil sticking out of the pumpkin.
Okay.
November is a turkey. On that turkey is a sail. And then December is Santa Claus, and he has an elephant's trunk. Those are my numbers for my months.
Okay. All right. Yep. Good. So now the date. The number of the day. It's you divide it by 7 and to keep the remainder.
That's right. Remainder tells me everything.
Remainder.
Sunday is a 1.
Yep.
So now, the 1900s is a 0.
Okay.
The 2000s is a 6. The 2100s is going to be a 4. The 2200s is going to be the 2. The 2300s is going to be the 0. The 2400s is going to be the 6. So I could do any century.
Yeah. Does that repeat?
Oh, over and over again.
0642, 0642,
That's
and
right.
on and on.
So
So
you're going backwards.
that's how you can go back to the 1700s because you can
1800s
go back here to 2
is a
and
2,
and then back there to
1700s is a 4,
to a 4.
1600s is a 6, and the Gregorian calendar started in the 1600s.
Yeah, sure.
That's how I do it.
Yep. So now we grab a random date. So let's say, and this is as random as I can possibly get. I'm going to go with May 22nd, 1984.
May 22nd, 1984.
So May, we're looking at 2.
Right.
Right. The 22nd, we're dividing that and getting a remainder of 1.
Right.
Because 7 goes into there 3 and
Right.
leaves a remainder of 1. So we've got 3 at this point. 2.
Right.
And that is 3. And then
84 is a 0.
At the 1900s, there's a 0.
That's
so
right.
we have a 3. So we're looking at
84 is a 0. See, we didn't do the year. There's 100 numbers you had memorized for the years.
Oh, so then you have to have those.
Oh, yeah.
So you take this and then that. Of
And
course,
that's a 0.
because those years are all going to be different and
That's right.
especially affected by leap years and things like that's going to throw it off a little bit. But
I'll give
it
you
all
the key
makes
for that.
sense. Yeah. What's the key?
If it's a leap year, and the birthday's in January and February, subtract 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, that doesn't affect it.
Yeah, right.
That's
So
right.
you just got to keep that in mind for each of those. And I think, let's see. So
we had 3.
84.
That's a 0. I don't have that written down yet. There's 100 numbers. I'll write them down.
Right.
But that's
Right.
a 0.
But you have to memorize them. Now, is that rote memorization, or are you also using some?
I used a memory system. 84 is a fur. Fur. 8.
8.
Fur.
8 and a 4.
And I'm taking that fur and I'm rolling up into a big ball.
Okay.
That's a 0. So I got 3 plus 0 is 3. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That was a Tuesday.
That's great.
Now you want to tell them when they're going to be 100. Subtract 1.
Yeah.
That's going to be a Monday. You want to tell them when they're going to retire and turn 65. You subtract 3.
So wait. So that part is easier. Once you get the date of their birth, anybody that's going to be 100 is going to be a day earlier.
That's right.
That's it. Okay.
That's right. And if it's going to be 65, Because Kim Peek, the real Rain Man,
Yeah.
he loved telling people when they're going to be 65 to retire.
Sure.
Subtract 3
Yeah.
from your key number.
Yeah, sure. Once you
So
get
you get
once you get
0.
that base, then you can work the specifics.
That's
for
right.
it.
So
Yeah.
65, you subtract 3, 100, subtract 1, and that's how I did the day for any date.
All right. Well, this is it's a lot of effort.
Oh, yes,
I'll
it
tell
is.
you, it's a lot of effort, but the payoff was obvious. It was almost impossible to get people to stop wanting to know their own birthday.
Totally.
And like you said, in the modern world where we have instant access to everything, nobody's ever even thought about that until you bring it up, and then your access is faster than they can do.
That's right.
It's very,
So
very
true.
strong.
So true.
Very strong.
And then from here, that led into the math. Now with the math, there are so many different keys you got to remember.
Okay.
So I would definitely just make reference to Arthur Benjamin. I would get anything that Arthur Benjamin put out, because that's why I did all the squaring.
Sure.
Just for that. If we multiply, for example, any 2-digit number that ends in 5, 65. 65 squared. The answer will always end in 25.
25, yeah. That
Just
part's
take
pretty easy.
6 and multiply that by 1 higher. 6 times 7, 42. That's your answer.
And some of this stuff, and it's probably written in there, is based on Vedic math, as a matter of fact.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so people can study that too, and you can look that stuff up online, and it's fascinating.
Oh, yeah, you do it fast in the calculator.
Yeah.
Multiply by 11. Let's suppose you want to go 31 times 11. Just add these two numbers together, put in the middle, and there's your answer, 341. And there's keys for everything.
Yeah.
So that's how pretty much all the math was done.
Sure. Now, let's talk about, because that part is kind of a very, very separate section that unless you're going to do a memory demonstration or a lightning calculator demonstration, that is very specific and can be studied easily, like you said.
Yeah.
Look at the sources and do that. But how about memorizing a binary number? Now, I'm vaguely familiar with the technique, and it does involve the triplets,
Yes, it
which
does.
is why you have them called out as triplets.
That's
and there are
right.
only 8 possible triplets.
Absolutely right.
Yep. So let's talk about that on binaries. So we start from what, 0, 0, 0? Yep.
1, 2, 4, that's it.
Yeah, and are you doing it in this direction? Because
I
mathematicians would go the other way, and that's
I
okay.
do.
I just want to point that
Because
out.
when I start grabbing those cards going this way, I got to go backwards.
Okay, so we're basically it's flopped for anybody that's familiar with binary mathematics. Normally you'd have your ones column over here. If you don't know about binary, this isn't going to throw you at all. So we've got 0, 0, all zeros, right? And then our next one up would be a 1, 0, 100.
Right.
Right.
Or I would go, right.
Or do you?
I would go this way, 0, 0, 1.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fine because that's actually the next binary
0,
number.
1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And then
1,
1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0,
and then 1, 1, 1.
1, 1, 1.
Yeah, those are your only 8 possible triplets that can be called out for a binary triplet.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, so you have 8 possibilities here, right? And they each total a different thing. How are they memorized? What do you associate with them?
Okay. Let's suppose the word Arctic.
Okay.
Arctic, right? The first one is 4. R is a 4. We go back to the phonetic alphabet. What's 4? 0, 0, 1.
Yeah. Okay.
T. What's T? 1, 0, 0.
Okay.
Chi is a 1. 1, 0, 0. I can only make a 1. And then if you have a K, K is a 7. How can you make a 7? With a 1, a 2, and a 4.
Yep.
That's got to be 1, 1, 1. So the word Arctic would give me 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1.
Right. So you're still translating, and it's a number of steps to go through, but you're translating a binary triplet into its value, into a letter, into a word.
That's right.
Into a series of words.
Right.
And then you can also visualize that as an entire picture.
And then when I call it back,
Yep.
it's the same way. So that was the first word she gave me in the show, was
Yeah.
Arctic.
Yeah.
So 001, 100, 111, then it was locked, 101, 111, chain, 011010. Yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah.
When people say, how do you do it? I tell them the truth.
Yeah.
I take a base 2 number, turn it into a base 10 number. I take that base 10 number, change it into a letter. I take that letter, make words.
Series of
I
letters into
associate the words, and that's how I do it.
Yeah, that's that easy. There you go. That's that easy. And that's you mentioned it in the performance that is challenging. That's extremely challenging.
It is.
To do that because you're going through multiple steps. But once you've established those steps, it actually is pretty easy when you start thinking about the pictures and they come back to you. The translation happens almost automatically.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then from here, that led right into the magazine.
Yeah.
And then from the magazine, that leads me right into the Magic Square.
Well, let's talk about the magazine, shall we?
Okay, because it's going to be the same thing as this again.
Okay.
Again, it's all done with association. For example, name a 2-digit number, 1 to 48.
Let's go with 36.
36, you ready? 36. Now, what I'm going to do is, with 36, I'm going to make this into an M and the CH sound. And I get match.
Okay.
And now, what did I do? I started making pictures up in my head. So I see a match. I see a match. Again, I'm not an artistic person, but this would be a match, and that'd be red. And then on this match, you know what I see? I see 9 pictures.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Right.
And then on the first picture, I see, you know that the dance, the Gagnon style?
Yeah, Gangnam Style. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I picture them doing that in a monastery.
Okay.
Gagnon Monastery. Okay? Now, in that monastery, what are they doing? A train is stopping in the monastery. So I got the Gagnon Monastery, and what's in the monastery? A train. And what are they doing on that train? They're shearing sheep. This is what I'm seeing in my mind.
Yeah.
They're shearing
So you
sheep.
use these existing images to create one image.
That's right.
Goes
and one reminds me to the other. That's
steps
right.
through all of them.
And I see that sheep like a robot.
Yep.
Robot, which reminds me of technology, and it's creeping in. Technology creeping in. Then, what is this technology doing? I'm giving it to a herder. And he's herding sheep. So now that gives me the 5. What's the herder doing? Oh, he's laying out food. He's putting a tray of food. So I see a table of food. And who's providing the food? A hunter. And he's shooting birds out of an open roof.
And we
those
should look
birds
this
are
up
building
right now
a paved road.
to show everybody.
And those are the 9 pictures.
Those are the 9 pictures on page 36.
That's right.
And there they are.
There's the Gagnon Monastery. The train stopped, shearing sheep.
I mean, we saw this in the show. There was another one that they came up with.
Well, the other one's going to be on page 33.
33?
That's 9 pictures too. There's also 9.
Yeah,
pictures
they didn't do this one. So this is 33.
Okay,
so,
on page 33. Don't let me see it. I won't look at the monitor.
No problem.
If you want to go to page 33, I see a picture of a gentleman there. He's a tour guide. I see him with long hair that weighs a ton. So that tells me his name is Ayrton, and he's eating a charo. So his name is Ayrton Charo. The next picture is a town.
Wait a second, because that's some detail that I have to look at. It is Ayrton Charo.
And then next time you see a little town of Senegal.
His name is right over there, by the way.
And then after Senegal, you're going to see a herder. And then you're going to see a theater. And then the middle picture is a very sad picture. It's a woman and a child. And when the editor of that magazine went back to show the woman the picture that was in the magazine, she left the room crying. That baby died shortly after this was taken.
Now, how do you know this?
It's written there in the article, sure.
Yep.
And then after the middle picture, you turn over, you're going to see a sporting complex where you see men wrestling. And then on the last 3 pictures, you're going to see a woman on a horse. And then after the woman on a horse, you're going to see basketball. And then you're going to see a couple of a man and a woman.
Yeah. Now, all of this is a matter of what the brain does naturally, and then training it to do that. Because, like I said, it seems daunting at first, but it really is that the brain's a very visual organ anyway.
That's right.
You know? So if you can translate things that are non-visual into something verbal, visualize it and connect it to something visual, then your brain makes these visual connections quickly.
That's
And
right.
then you already know what that translation is, so
Absolutely
you can go backwards with it. Yeah, forwards. Yeah.
If we can just backstep 1 second.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do another list.
All right.
Okay? This is another memory list I have.
Yes. Yes.
1 is a building. Okay? Why is 1 building? Looks like a 1.
Like a tall building. Like yeah.
2 is a pair of pants.
And these are your own pegs.
These have been around forever.
Well, okay, all right, but and I have, you know, I've studied other pegs that work as well, but these are really good ones. These I'm not familiar with, but I like it.
Pair of pants.
Pair of pants, 2. Yep.
3 is a stool. 3 legs.
Yep.
How about 4? Door. Rhymes.
Yeah.
5 is a glove.
Okay. 5 fingers.
And this is on that PDF too.
Good.
6 is a box. 6 sides.
6 sides. Yeah.
7 is money. Lucky. 8 is a gate. Rhymes. 9 is a cat. 9 lives. 10 is toes. 10 toes.
Okay.
So we'll stop right there. And I have up to 25. Which
Yeah,
is on that
and
PDF.
well, they'll be in the PDF, and you did
Yes.
25. Now, I've only ever done 20, but I gotta tell you, I've seen a lot of people do this list memory demonstration. Yours is the best I've ever seen.
I appreciate
it was so
that.
fast.
That's what I want, speed.
It was so fast. Like I couldn't imagine how quickly you could make those associations. You must have been doing this for a long time and really like just.
And it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
For instance, right now, if you said, name a number from 1 to 10.
Yeah, right. So 7. Yeah.
7, I see money. What's on the money? A lollipop. So I would say 7
That was a lollipop
on that
from,
list
from-
last night.
from last night, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
1 was banana. 2 was a book. 3 was a cigar. 4 was a door. What was on the door? A tiger. 4 was tiger. 5 was a glove. I see someone jumping out of an airplane, pulling the parachute. 5 was a parachute.
Yeah.
Because a glove came out of the parachute. 6 is a lawnmower. I see a lawnmower come out of the box. 7 was a lollipop. 8 was a boomerang. I see a gate made out of boomerangs. 9 is a cat. I see him fire eating. 9 is fire.
Yeah.
10 is train. I see trains running around my toes.
Running over the toes,
That's
yeah.
how I did that list last night.
Yeah.
I didn't use the phonetic alphabet. I go back and forth between lists so I don't get confused in my demonstrations.
Sure.
11 is a hammock. See the goalpost?
Yep.
I see a hammock going between them. What was in the hammock? Seashells. 12 o'clock lunchtime. That sandwich was shaped like a star. That was stars.
Yeah.
13 was a broken arm, unlucky. Someone didn't put a cast. I have a cast and I see grass growing out of it. 13 was grass.
So you're unlucky as a broken arm because it's visual for unlucky.
Could be a black cat
Could
too.
be whatever but
Sure.
you've already got a cat on the list, so you want to have something that's distinct.
Right.
Yeah.
14 is a diploma. 14 you graduate. I didn't get a diploma. They gave me an iPhone. 14 on that list last night was phone. 15 was tennis. Not a tennis ball. They're picking up a package and serving.
And hitting it with
That's package.
Yeah. And which one was that?
15.
15. Yeah, 15
Package.
love. That's the same one I use for mine. So yeah,
15 is a
it's
good
hard,
one.
hard to find a good one. Yeah.
16 is a car. I see a car shaped like a glass, highball glass. That tells me that was a glass.
Yeah.
17, a shoe, a dealing shoe. A dealer stands on 17. Or 17 could be a magazine.
That's what I use.
17
Yep.
magazine.
Yep.
And I see covering a bike. 17 was bike. 18, I see a soldier. 18, you joined the military. I see him going to the dentist with a big cavity. 18 last night was cavity. 19 is a lasso. 19 is a man with a lasso.
I'll tell you mine. I don't want to throw you off.
I gotta hear it. No,
Aretha Franklin. Hey 19. Hey 19 from Steely Dan has a line in it that says she don't know Aretha Franklin, Queen of Soul. So I always think of Aretha Franklin when I associate 19 with it.
Oh, excellent. 19, but
lasso.
a cactus.
Yep.
19 was cactus. 20 was Jupiter. I see the planet Jupiter, and I see cigarettes sticking out of them. Cigarettes is in 20, 22 a pack.
Yeah,
21 is a wedding. Instead of throwing rice last night, I was throwing wontons at them. That was wonton. 22 is a nun. 2 nuns.
Okay.
You can almost see them bent over
Yep, sure,
on
sure.
their knees praying,
Yep.
and they're riding a hippopotamus. 22 is hippo. 23 is a nun, and there's a frog with his legs. I see them both sitting there watching television. 23 was television.
Okay.
24 is a Christmas tree. 24th of December.
Yeah.
And I see a Christmas tree in Ohio, the Ohio River. 24th, that was Ohio. And 25 is sky. I see a bolt of lightning, and it's very pixelated. 25 was a pixel. That's how I did the list last night.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that list now, tomorrow, don't make a difference.
Yep. And this is the thing as far as the PEG system goes. It is so solid that you can memorize a list of anything, and then another list, and be able to do those separate lists pretty much anytime, as long as you want to retain them.
As long as I need to. When people say, how long we retain it? For example, if you saw last night, there was a gentleman in there.
Yep.
And I met him at Magi Fest, God, a number of years ago. Well, he met me, I think, a year and a half later, and he's had the list on him.
Yeah.
And he said, what was 14? I know it well. It's microwave. I said, 14 was microwave. You know how I knew that? Because I saw him save the list.
So you knew that
he was going to
someday
save that. Yeah.
could come back.
So all I would do is, I mean, if you want to cheat, you can write it down.
Yeah.
And refer to it later.
Yeah.
But all you got to really do is just refer to it during non-quality time.
Sure.
When you're in the bathroom, when you're in the shower, when you're in bed waiting to fall asleep, you're watching your favorite movie, your TV commercial comes on, you're sitting there waiting for the microwave to go off. Instead of letting your mind sit dormant, no.
Yeah.
You just review a list a couple of times.
Yeah, and honestly, if somebody surprised you with a saved list that you didn't know that they had from years and years back, you just have to glance at it for a little bit, hand it back to them, and you've got it. You've got it back. Because the speed at which you did those. Now, let me ask you this, as a question of performance, because you're writing them down as they're calling them. Are you starting your memorization then? Because then you go back and refer and erase.
That's right.
That's the part that looks like crazy fast.
No, as I'm writing them down, I'm locking them in.
It's happening as it's occurring. Yeah, absolutely.
And 25 is the right. I used to do 50. It's an overkill. People can't think of 50 items.
Yeah, right.
They get stuck quick.
Right.
You know, I like 25. 20. I do 20. And I say, no, we'll do 5 more. We'll do a quarter of 100.
Yeah.
And that sounds more.
Yeah, I only bothered going to 20 for mine, and it's fine, 20, 25. It seems like the right kind of number for people.
That's right.
Yeah, and then it's just so amazingly good how much you can get out of that. And honestly, and I'll say this, I don't know if you agree, but I think this is the easiest.
It is
memorization
technique
is out of all of them.
Oh, totally.
Once you
don't
make
have to, you have to know the phonetic alphabet.
Yeah.
The picture. What's number 9? What has 9 lives? A cat.
Yeah.
What was the cat doing? Eating fire.
Yeah. Once you have those associations, you don't ever have to rehearse your peg associations. They just happen automatically. So now when you connect those pictures together, you've got it.
So true.
Yeah.
And last night I told a story, and that's God's honest true story about the professor. He mailed me a textbook. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this textbook?
Yeah.
I memorized 638 pages.
Yeah, all numbers associated turned into words, words associated to the images on the page.
Absolutely right. When I was in college, I took anthropology. Why? Don't even ask me. I won't get into that story. And I remember this was great because they would say something like, what's an epithecus? An epithecus is a man who lived between such a time period, found on page 147, second paragraph. What is a campesino? Campesino is an agriculture worker. That was found on page 382, second paragraph.
Were these your answers? You told them the page it was on, too.
The teacher called me up at home and said, how did you know this? People with open book tests can't do it this quick.
Yep.
I didn't tell them. But all I did was I took that information and just associated it to the page number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
And that's the thing. And honestly, it's a great technique for anybody that wants to learn something. But as far as we can apply it to magic, this is a killer demonstration.
Totally.
And again, pretty easy to do. Now, in addition to this, I know you also did Magic Square.
Yes.
Right? Magic Square, another one that's pretty easy. Once you understand the basic idea. So show us Magic Square.
And I'll tell you the truth, I had so many more effects lined up should they have happened.
Yeah.
If it don't happen, let it go.
Like what? Like just for example, what kind of thing might have occurred?
Okay, suppose someone said they were born in 1965.
Okay.
I'd hold on to that number. And then I would do the Magic Square. I do the 3 Magic Square. I do the 4 Magic Square. And then
a
5.
Yeah, right.
The 5 by 5 Magic Square. I messed that one up. 1 second.
No problem. Yeah, let's draw it again.
Trying to rush. But I'll show you the key that goes with it.
You don't have to rush, that's for sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. You start dead center. And then you always goes up to the right. So that's a 1. You go up to the right, so you drop it. 2, 3. Up to the right, you come here. That's a 4, that's a 5. You can't go up to the right, so you go underneath it. Oh.
Make sure that 5 looks like a 5.
Yeah, 4, 5. Can't go, so you put it here. That's a 6, a 7, an 8. Drop down to the 9. go here to the 10, can't go up, so this will be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, can't go up, so you put the 16 here, 17 here, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and there's 25, and now you have 65 going across every one.
That one's actually pretty easy to do when you explain it that way. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Then if someone has a number that's divisible by 9, I go into a whole different effect for that. So yeah, I have different keys. So one show will be totally different than the other.
Right.
All I need is a couple of numbers to hear, and I have routines preset for those numbers.
Yeah.
If those numbers don't pop up, I let it go. Never try and force the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the 4x4 because that's probably the most useful one for everybody, and it is. It's become pretty standard.
And that's what I use. I use a Arthur Benjamin has a great one called the Birthday Magic Square with a square on his birthday. But this is mine that I've always used, and this is written in all the books. I just have one set memorized: 8, 11, 14, 1, 13, 2, 7, 12. 3, 16, 9, 6, 10, 5, 4, 15.
Yeah.
So notice I wrote these numbers smaller.
Yep.
Why? Because those are the key boxes. Everything else stays the same. Everything.
Yeah, yeah. Is your 13 part of that set as well?
Oh, yes, it is.
It
yes,
is, yeah.
yes.
So
anyway, this is what the magic is. I have everything memorized right here.
Yeah. Because if you take this, you'd have to have those numbers in there. But this is basically, if I remember right,
34.
That's a 0. Where's your? I think 14 is
8,
here.
11, 14, 1.
Yeah, that's
13,
a plus 1.
2, 7, 12, 3,
yep.
16.
Yep.
15.
So the way that I understand it is the other numbers you remember where they go. You figure that out. It's pretty. Once you commit those, you know where they go. This is considered a 0, a plus 1, a plus 2, and a plus 3. So any number over the base, which this is 34, isn't it?
That's right. That's a 34.
So 34 is what's going to happen everywhere you go. Any number over that base, you just have to add that to this. So whatever that number is, you add it into here. But if you take those out, I can't remember what the total is.
Well, here's
without
how
them.
I do it.
Yeah. What's your lowest? Because you have to have a 1, a 2, and a something, but you don't want duplicate numbers. That's the main thing. Although I've never had an audience complain about duplicate numbers.
It works. No, sometimes you need to. In the birthday square, you need duplicate numbers.
When you do it, yeah, because you have to go lower than what the maximum of the square is.
Especially in some squares, people give you the numbers.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can avoid it.
Sure.
But right now, as soon as someone tells me a number, as soon as they tell me a number, here, we'll just do it.
Yeah, sure.
And I tell people the whole line. This is a 4x4 is a very basic square. The smallest number we can make is 34. Anything below that's going to involve fractions. Being a small box, we'll just work with 2 digits.
Yep.
So now I got my square memorized. 8, 11, 14, 1.
Yep.
So
I'm going to go 87.
87. I subtract 20 automatically.
Yep.
Automatically. I got 67. So I got 8, 11, 67, 1. That's it. Subtract 1. I got 66. 8, 11, 14, 1, 13, 2, 7, 12. 3, add 2. 69, 9, 6, 10, 5, 4. Subtract 1. 68.
Yeah.
And there's your square.
Yep.
And then you're ready to go. 68, 78. 78 and 9?
87. Yeah.
87. 8 and 1 is 19, 20, 20 and 67, 87. 66, 68, 75, 87. 72, 81, 87. And then, of course, you got this.
Yep.
Each square will be 87. Then you got the middle 4 ones.
Yeah, which
That'll
you didn't
be
do last time, but
87.
that's also
And then you get the mirror
possible.
images.
Yep.
60, 66 and 11 is 77.
Plus those.
87. You got mirror images here. You got mirror images. You got the 4 outside numbers. Then you just tell them any way you want it. I'll take you to 87.
Yeah. It's a classic demonstration. And again, I don't know if will this be in the PDF. This is perfect because it's another one of those things that it seems like you're not going to get this one if you don't quite understand how those 4 numbers can affect absolutely everything. But once you get that technique down, you really can do some amazing stuff with this. In fact, I've known quite a few magicians who also did memory techniques that on the back of their business card, they would just have that 16 square grid.
It's powerful.
And just draw it and give it to somebody and then show them how it adds to everything. And it's memorable.
One thing I did last night, and I didn't realize this until I read this online recently. I love it. If you noticed last night, I never said Magic Square.
Yeah.
Here's a number puzzle.
Yeah.
Because Magic Square, somebody can go look up and figure out it.
Yeah, that's good. That's a very good point. You know, I think because I had to do a bunch of stuff for Tarbell, and it's in there, and I changed it around a little bit myself, added some things to it, and changed it. But I don't think I ever called it a Magic Square because I don't think you should.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I agree. Right? I always did, and then I always call it like Sudoku. You're on Sudoku. Here's another number puzzle.
Yeah.
Don't mention Magic Square because they'll go home and look it up.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I'm not sure if I forgot anything, and I know you didn't forget anything, but did we forget to talk about anything?
Well, we did.
What was it?
Because here's the one effect I can't tip.
Okay.
Why? Because it's coming out. It's going to be in a book by Steve Forte, and it is a card counting system designed to play for blackjack. It's not a magic feat. It's not an effect. This was designed to play blackjack to demonstrate what those computers could do. What those shoe computers could do.
That's why I have them sitting here, because I wanted to see these. So this was the most advanced technology at the time.
That's right. 15,000 for these.
15,000 for
back then in the 70s.
They should have made them in the same color. So.
Well, it's funny you say that because I was going to bring a complete set. I was going to bring the actual computer.
Yeah.
I was going to turn them on so everybody could hear them. But you have casinos in this state, and the Ohio Gaming Commission is very strict. And these are highly illegal.
If it's a complete working system, they're all over it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I had a funny story.
I just want to look. Go ahead and tell the story.
I shut down the Cincinnati airport with these things.
Mm-hmm. That's your
I was
charge.
getting on a plane.
Yeah.
And someone,
this is suspicious as hell.
Especially after James Reed tried to blow the plane up with the shoe bomb.
Yeah. That's why we're all taking our shoes off. You know,
that's right.
One guy.
These went right through the airport, right through the X-ray, no problems. Yeah. Getting on the plane was a random check.
Yeah.
And this little kid comes up to me. He's like, I didn't want to call him worse, like a punk. He got picked on in school.
Okay.
And that was TSA. He wants to show his muscle. He's like, you come here.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see your bag. Random search.
Yeah.
I said, if I could just explain something to you, just step back from your bag, sir. Is there anything sharp on that can hurt me? I'm like, nothing sharp, but if you just let me explain something to you. So I just stepped back, and when he pulled those shoes out, it hit the fan.
Oh yeah. How much? How much discussion did it take for him to understand?
5 hours.
Or anybody? Yeah.
Oh no, Code 7, Gate 3. Code 7, Gate 3. They closed the whole airport down.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody got a real good look at these last night, but I'm guessing that this is like a charging data?
That goes to the cross cable. See, both shoes have to work together.
Yeah.
This is a binary number.
So you connect
as a matter
these
of
together?
fact.
Connect the shoes together?
Yes, they connect to the wire, so both shoes work in unison.
Okay.
1, 2, 4, 8. It's binary.
Got it.
So if the dealer deals a 6, you hit the 2 and a 4 key.
Yeah.
Especially Dan, you like binary, you like numbers.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate this. If it's a 9, 1 and the 8.
Yep.
If it's an 11, 2, 8, 1.
Yep.
And 10 you can't go over.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're just using toe switch right down there. You can't see down in here unless I really open it.
I open this up for you so you can see the switches.
That's right. Oh, you had this one split. Yeah.
Right. So you can zoom in and you can actually see the toe switches. One
where
below
that's
and
where you're
one up.
clicking that toe switch right there, just to punch in the number on either foot. You know. And processors.
And that little solenoid vibrates on your arch and via Morse code.
Yeah,
hit stand double.
That's your output, so that you can feel it.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, so you don't have to see it. Yeah, and are these made the same? Do the same thing?
The exact same. Yeah.
Neat. Very neat stuff. And of course, I know that you know the story about the guy that had the whole computer rigged in his wheelchair. It's probably the best, most classic and funniest story ever about the guy that had the whole thing rigged up and acted like he was, handicapped in a wheelchair going up and playing, and then the damn thing caught on fire.
Oh, wow. Their electronics, things fail. Yeah. One team in Atlantic City that I know personally, a lady stepped on their foot in the buffet line and bent the toe switches, took them out of action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man.
If anyone ever says they use them, and you want to see if they're lying or not, just ask them what is the hardest part about those devices. Is it inputting the information? Is it getting the signals? And the answer is walking in them.
Just generally walking, I would imagine. That the hardest part is being natural, just walking.
That's right.
Yeah. You got to learn a whole skill where you're not putting in information.
So, and now these computers keep track of the cards compositionally. It's not a +1, -1. They don't keep track of ratios of high cards versus low cards. They keep track of how many cards are left, how many in a 6 decks.
Yeah.
312 cards.
Yeah.
96 10s, 24 9s, 24 8s, 24 7s.
Right.
And before you know it, it'll play blackjack better than your brain can imagine.
Yeah, but technically speaking, you can do all that in your own mind.
Yes, you can.
If you train yourself to do it, and there's nothing illegal about that. They don't like it. They
frown upon
They frown
that,
upon
yes.
that, and they'll catch you out if you hesitate. But you could do that.
For sure.
And people have. People
Yes,
have
they
done
have.
really, really well by actually playing smart.
So true.
And
it's
keeping
getting
track.
rare today.
Yeah.
Today is rare.
Yeah, but you say there's a new system. Yeah, the thing that you're going to put out.
Well, it's not me. It's Steve Forty put
Steve
that
Forty,
out.
okay.
Steve Forty, there's a book
Right.
coming out called Gambling Sleight of Hand. It'll be available next year.
Okay.
And that routine will be in it.
Okay, so the routine that you did is from that book,
Yes, it is.
tipped by him to you.
Right now, it's only
in
been
advance.
tipped to 2 other people, me and one other person.
Yeah,
and
okay.
believe me, I made a whole reputation off that one routine.
Yeah.
Because, again, that's what led me into the Rain Man. That's what led me to meet the real Rain Man. And that's how my whole thing started.
Wow. Well, we definitely look forward to that. And the other thing that I look forward to is having you come back again.
The real deal.
Because we're going to do the real
The
deal.
real deal.
And we're going to do more memory stuff.
I would love to.
It fascinates me because, like I said in the introduction for our audience last night, this stuff is miracle level stuff, but it's really approachable by anybody that puts in that effort, and it pays off in dividends in other ways.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
So wow, I'm thrilled. Honestly, it seems like just in talking with you that no time whatsoever has passed during this, because this has got to be the most fascinating live lecture that I have ever hosted.
I really appreciate that, especially with the standing ovation,
Sal.
you with
Oh,
those compliments. Then I can't thank you enough for everything.
Well, yeah, you're very welcome, and I want to thank you because you've like really made me rethink the way that I want to approach memorization, and I want to play a little bit more with some of the things that I'm already familiar with, but I've never put into the act on a regular basis. The way that I've seen you do it, and the way that it captures audiences' imaginations, I think that because we have so much access to data in the modern world, that this is what fascinates people, when you can do it yourself without a device.
I read one article, they say that when some people get arrested, they cannot make that one phone call they're allowed because all their phone numbers were in their phones
They don't know.
that were taken away from them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and all they'd really have to do is figure out what that word is.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And if you associate that word with a person, you've got a phone number.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And if you really make the association strong enough, you cannot forget them.
Yeah.
I can tell you the sequence of both effects. The sun, that was the 2 of spades. On this was a dish, the 6 of diamonds. I can tell you the sequence of the cards. The list from last night. The cards that were called off. The binary number from last night. The list behind us. Anything.
Now,
It
I
does
should
not
probably
go
ask
away.
your wife this, but I'll ask you. Is it possible for you to turn that off?
Yeah, it's very selective.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, to turn it off, I'm always practicing, always thinking. But it's very selective. However, if you're married, I can give you a guaranteed method to never forget your anniversary.
All right.
Forget it once.
There you go. Thank you
That-
so much
it was a pleasure.
for
It was
being
a
here.
real pleasure.
For me as well. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Come over here, Sal. Keep it going for Sal Piacente.
Wow. My first standing ovation. Sold out crowd, standing ovation, guys. Thank you.